Did we
You're
long
alive.
rest last time, or
Yeah.
did we just get back to the camp?
Yeah, you were long rested
Yeah.
last time.
Okay, that's just let me just make sure
Basically,
we
in the
did.
morning, Amonotep's sisters arrived. After 2 days ago, he sent a letter, and he is talking to his sisters right now.
Okay, so we should leave
Yeah.
him
So
to
yeah, we'll
that.
say you'll interact with them for until next session.
That works.
Yeah. Right. Ah. Right. Everyone rested and ready for another round in the city of doom. Yeah.
That's the best. We'll get something done today.
Yes. I'm just glad I did not start another civil war in my sleep.
You can see that Dalen is talking to a bunch of shady figures.
Well, that looks interesting. I fear these individuals maybe are too shady for their own good. They appear to be attracting attention, which I fear is what they don't want.
It is the curse of being shady.
Yes. Yes.
The most obvious person is the guy in the middle of the city in a camo suit.
Hmm.
I am here. Results are found. I blew a fuse, so I am listening. I apologize, guys. I'm just gonna fix that real quick, but I am listening. I super apologize.
No worries.
It happens.
Hmm. Yes. Right. Yes. Nothing more suspicious than a ninja in a coffee shop. All right.
Yes. What do we want to do? Because if we go to Uncle Dalen, that's just to go back to fight the Golden Dragon. And I
Probably.
personal vote don't want to do it, but if we want to, I'll do it.
I don't really want to be doing that today either. Can I try to assess this group of shady individuals to see if they look like they could take on that golden dragon?
You can make me a insight check or a investigation check, whichever one you prefer.
I'm gonna go with insight. I might have gone with investigation if I was right up next to them, because I think it would have been funny if I was just like lifting up their cloaks surreptitiously to check out their gear. But no.
So, looking at how they walk and talk and how they are, you conclude that all 5 of them are level 8 rogues with the thief subclass. So I'll let you be the judge if they can, the 5 of them can take down an ancient golden spirit dragon. But you know
Five
you know
level
they're
8
level
thieves.
5 level 8 characters.
Like, if they get some lucky sneak attacks in, maybe. But
Now, the main thing is they're like if they have decent decks, they're effectively immune to the flame breath.
Or at least always take half.
Yeah. So like that's the main advantage of being a rogue in this situation. But yeah, but also to be fair, it's also an ancient dragon, so that dex roll is kind of high.
Yeah. And it seemed quite sort of like it had some sort of magical perception-y thing going on. So I'm not sure their stealth skills alone would. Yeah.
Well, if we're not, it's kind of their problem if we're not joining them necessarily.
That's true.
I think. Oh, sorry. I thought that somebody moved over somewhere. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was
Um,
Rosa. I moved.
Yeah, no, I've
Rosa
seen
out.
that, but I thought originally somebody else was gonna go talk over there. I was like, wait, what? We still have other people to go who are in need of help. I
True.
believe the other one that was looked to was in a bit of a panic, not panic, but needed help the most. Next was this guy, I believe.
Cezanne,
Cezanne, yes.
Ah.
one of the
Yes.
original party members.
We could go talk to him and see what he has to do in
Yeah.
the city.
Yeah. But before we go in, I do want to just eavesdrop a bit, make sure that this is what we think it is, and they're not here to shake down Uncle Dalen for some previous job that went horribly wrong.
Go ahead and either make a stealth check or a perception check.
I like the idea that they're shaking him down, but he just puts them on a bad job by putting them on the dragon job instead. It's like, yeah, I've got the perfect job for you guys. It's a job that'll definitely be easy and not hard at all.
Let's see what their passive perception is. You succeed. So, if we help you take down the dragon, each of us gets a 5% cut of that money. Yeah, yeah. Alright, you got a deal, Dalen.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. And because because I am the organizer, says Dalen, I get, of course, my 15%, and then what remains is still cost we have later on. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like they're looking to use it to help the city. But at the same time, I also highly doubt they're going to be successful. Yeah, I'll just walk away back to Grimlow and be like, yeah, this is what we thought. And also, I am not sure Uncle Dalen was ever planning to use it for the good of the city.
Maybe not. Hard to say. I never talked to the man. Like, not, I mean, outside of the context of when we did talk to him, I meant more in the sense of, like, I never got to know him when Xerxes was around.
Yeah. I feel as though we should like warn them. But at the same time, looking at them, I feel like warning them's just gonna make them like go harder out of spite, just to prove us wrong.
I
They
think
look
it'll
like
be kind of professional. Like it'll become like professional dissing them, kind of like we couldn't do it, so you couldn't, kind of thing. And then they'll be like, yeah, but we can because we're fucking cool rogue guys. And then we'll be like, well, but you know.
Yeah, but we have better party comp. We aren't just old rogues.
Well, you say that, but like I'm thinking about the interaction you could have with a bunch of thieves. It'd be kind of funny because you could juggle items like crazy.
That is true. That is true.
Like you can pop potions and do all sorts of things with your bonus actions.
Nope. By now, Ariman has kind of caught attention and will pipe up from over where he's at. And if you are stealthy enough, their magical senses can't find you if you just hide behind something big.
True.
But
True. But I fear with
Going
that
with
dragon.
no magic and no other stuff, I could probably hide from one if I went in by myself.
Yeah. But I fear with if you're going to the lengths of having that kind of dragon, you probably also have some weird curse thing on the gold itself. You know? Like you'll take one coin and that thing just hunts you for the rest of your days.
Well, if that old timer is anything like his nephew, he'll most likely just take what happened as a challenge.
True.
He is the only one with halfway decent anything from what Xerxes would say. Now, if it was his, and he'll kind of look at the others. mountain dwarf, the one that, and he'll kind of like mime lashes across himself. That one pressed as far as Shy Mao can throw Rylock. No offense.
True, true. Like, part of me does want to help because it's Xerxes' uncle, but at the same time, there's a lot that needs doing, and
Makes you wonder if has he reached out to him?
don't know. Don't
Little
know.
shit usually have a plan for stuff like this, but hell if I know.
True.
Maybe he's got a Screw Dragons over contract. I don't know.
Maybe. It's a tough decision.
Honestly, I don't want to go back in there without someone who owes me, and he looks at the tent where Ahriman went with his sisters.
Yes. It would seem that we are a man down today. Amonotep is busy with family. So,
And Z is having troubles connecting to his greater power, it would seem.
yes.
But they
Also,
have given me a 30-minute update of when it could be back to him.
Yes. Right. Let's talk to Sai-san. Wait, wasn't he a part of your party before I was a part of the party?
No, you came after.
Yes.
They
Right.
left and then you came in, I think.
Yes. Right. Do you want to do the talking then? If you know him?
Sure, why not?
Cool.
I only knew him for a few days, to be fair, but I knew him.
On the one hand, I think he's very interesting and fancy. On the other hand, all those fur coats and things make me very nervous.
Fair enough. I'll walk into the building if that's where he's in. Just go like, hello. How's
Hey,
it going?
Grimlock.
Good to see you again. How's
well.
things?
It's difficult. I'm in charge of the refugee camps.
I
And
see.
it's hard to provide for the people.
Definitely. What could we do for you as we're kind of, as you know, going around and giving a hand to who we can?
Well, 3 refugee camps are just a moment before they start rioting. And I need someone that is quite charismatic to calm them down.
Oh, well, you just talked to the right people. Literally, like, looks around, like, all, like, even if the entire party, but, like, neither Amonotep, he's like, yeah, everybody here could probably do that.
Yes. Out of the 3 camps that are about to riot, this one here has a lack of medicines and other stuff. And if things go the way they are right now, these people will basically, the healthy ones will run towards the other camps and steal all their medicine.
I see.
This
So we
camp,
need to.
yeah, you need to calm them down, explain to them, reason with them that they also need that everyone's in need of medicine. You can't just go steal it from someone else.
I see. That doesn't sound impossible.
No.
I wish I. How many people are in each of these camps? Like, just curiosity-wise.
Each camp has more than 1,000 people in there.
Yeah, that's not good. We should get right on that.
Yes. And we have this second camp where there are more hungry people, and they have a lack of food. And same thing applies. They will attack another camp to get the food if we don't calm them down. And then the third camp is a large amount of people that want to go back into the city to their houses to collect their possessions. But it is far too dangerous for these people to go into the city because elves, the earth elementals inside, will feel the tremors and start coming out of the ground actively again and killing people, completely
would be
reducing the rescue effort.
that would be pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, we didn't take all that time doing all the shit in the city just for them to run back in and get themselves killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nuts.
Yes. Just yesterday, the Tarask fell over. And, well, it's
Yeah,
quite did.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah
It's
if,
not
if even
good.
like a couple of people were under it, it would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad. Let's get going then. Show us which camps. Show us the way to the camps, and we'll be on our way.
And he shows you on the map where you need to go.
Hmm.
How far off are the different camps?
Not that far. Like, you could visit all the different camps within 2 hours of travel.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just seeing for inspiring leader if I can give a little chit chat
Oh yeah.
on our
yeah.
way to it. And just, since I can only hit 6, I can hit each player and 1 henchman if that works for everybody.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go grab Z, who's watching like the sun and watching a timer, waiting for his powers to kick back on.
Hey.
Pretty sure. Yeah, that's good.
Hmm.
So that's 15 temp.
Hey.
And Z will, as usual, hit me, him, and no offense, Rylock, but let's hit Rod Charger today with the level 3 aid, so 10 above max for Rod Charger.
Cool. Did he get the temporary hit points as well from the or?
Yeah. Each one of us, and we each get to choose 1 sidekick or henchman, just to make it easier, because he can hit 6 people. I can hit 6 people with it, so might as well. Me, Arden, Shaimao, Grimlock, and then each of their buddies.
Yeah. That's perfect because we each seem to have 1 henchman.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so much easier to pick. Don't make jokes. And Arimon is just gonna follow behind you guys as we go. Oh, we have the blue row and the green row.
Yeah. I wonder if it would be possible. If one camp needs food and one camp needs medicine, perhaps the camp
Right.
with medicine has extra food and the camp with in need of food has extra medicine, and we can work out some sort of trade.
You can definitely try.
I will support you all on this. You know these particular people better than I do.
Then for the group, I'm just speculating before we get there. But if there's the other group that wants to go back in for possessions and things, perhaps we can put up some sort of notice thing where people can like put up like the things they want most, and then any groups that have business actually going in could like maybe keep an eye out. I don't know.
It's a bunch of peasants, isn't it?
Potentially, yes, maybe.
Well, there goes that idea. I was gonna say hook him up with the old timer over there with his crew that's going back in, but part of me would not feel comfortable sending a bunch of peasants into a dragon's lair.
And the earthquakes.
The attrition rate would be unsustainable quickly.
Yeah. So I would like to believe that in these dire situations, the difference between nobility and peasantry become negligent. But people are people, so I doubt it.
Well, also to be fair, most of the nobility are dead.
Oh,
Most of the noble
that's also
quarters
true.
was specifically destroyed during the Tarrasque's
Yeah.
shenanigans.
And
So
then that unfortunately creates a vacuum, which means other people, and I kind of look around at the gathered group, step into power and, well, recreate just with a different, shiny new coat of paint.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
And then
our.
he's gonna take a couple steps. I assume we're having this conversation while walking, but he'll stop and he just went ghostly pale.
Oh.
Did you guys say Kareem was dead?
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
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 I'm thinking, and warning to anybody that listens on this, I think he walks over to the side and just vomits. Like, you know, that pain people get. Yeah, just heaves because he was probably drinking the night before, and just the emotion comes up as breakfast.
I am sorry, friend. I thought you were there when we received that news. But, yes,
Might have been, but there's a lot going on.
that's true.
I feel like I wasn't quite as aware as I should have been.
True. It's, yes. He was a good man.
Well,
Working with him was definitely a
let's not
pleasure.
completely weigh off the options, and he's just stuttering now of like ideas, but none of them are going to work. So that's the idea. He's just going to be shooting out ideas constantly until he realizes that it's probably been way too long, and without having a body, most likely Z and the party can't do a whole lot.
Yes. Right. We should be nearing first camp.
There's more people than are on the map, but
Hmm.
also just gets clogged up.
Yeah.
That's fair.
What do we want? Medicine! What do we need? Save our children! What do we want? Medicine!
Oh.
As they're like shouting towards guards.
They're doing good chants. That's good protest work right there.
Hmm.
Look,
Well
they mix.
organized.
They're also mixing together. Look, there's nobility, so maybe it is breaking down class barriers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a little bit of like positivity out of this situation.
So you saw one guy, like the guards are guarding the supply tent with the healing stuff in there. And it's like one of them is shouting towards the guards, is like, "Give me a healing potion! My father is dying! Give it!"
Okay, we gotta step in quick here. Go, Shemao.
Right. People. Hey, I will rush over to the guy who is in need of the healing potion, and I'll be like, "It is all. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Just what is happening? How is he injured? We're here to help."
He's
Okay.
bleeding! He's bleeding! Right over
Alright.
there! It's only a matter of time before he dies!
Right. Okay. I will look around, and before I like engage with the main lot of the crowd and things, I want to try and slip him one of my healing potions.
Alright, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. No, sorry, it wasn't.
That's a good
There
healing
we go.
potion.
Yeah,
That's a good roll. Yay for plus
terrible roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God for the belt.
Yes, thank that belt. And
Mm.
thank God, thank Shadavir or Shakabu for killing the one that's going to collect the belt.
Yeah.
He takes, thank you, because he's crying and quickly tries to run away.
Right.
Um,
Oh,
is, is it possible to make just quickly an insight check on the crowd that if a healer was to offer to help, does it seem like they would just get like trampled or swarmed if Z was to step up and
Yeah, go ahead,
offer to
make
help?
a insight
I
check.
just want, I want to read the crowd here.
You come to the conclusion that, just like what you said, if the crowd actually sees healing and stuff like that, they'd probably go wild. Not in a positive way.
Gotcha. So Ariman will kind of reach back and pull a piece of cloth over Xanathral's holy symbol just to
Hmm.
keep him safe and lean up and kind of whisper to the others, "This is a pot of beans about to boil over. We got to be
Not a bean.
very
Sorry.
yes.
sorry. That must be a Hylian phrase. But
Mm.
if
I
there was a
like.
thing whirling around a whole lot, the feces might be about to hit it.
I
Yes.
get you. I get you.
Yes.
It's
Uh,
so we got to keep this more on like positive vibes rather than necessarily direct action.
I
yes.
think several people here are capable of healing, but those people are on such a level of worry and inner turmoil that
Mm.
they would just trample or perhaps kill the person in an attempt to be first in line.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair.
Right. We need to figure out who the leaders of this group are.
Is there a spot that we could slip to a side real quick to throw a spell on Shy Mao? Or do we feel there's way too many people around? Because you said this place was very crowded.
You could go into a tent to cast a spell, but if you do it
Okay.
with the people around, they'll probably notice.
Yeah, so Z will kind of not aggressively, but kind of tug on the back of Shy Mao's cloak or whatever she happens wearing. I can give you a little boost. Just step over here. I don't want to be in a rat trap.
right. Right.
Shh.
I'll slip.
And we'll go ahead and he doesn't have a ton of spell slots, but hits you with an enhance ability for charisma.
Ah. Thank you. Thank you.
Assuming you would most likely be doing the talking because Ariman is better off as a helper.
Right. Right. Okay. Yes. Right. I want to try and identify who like the camp leaders are. Like
You can
yeah.
make a perception check for that.
Yeah.
You spot two people that you think are in charge.
Right.
An older woman and a young nobleman.
Right. Okay. Have the people to go talk to first. And I'll head on over to these individuals, and I will greet them, both with a respectful full bow. I just be like, hello, hello. You two appear to be the ones this crowd are looking to for leadership and guidance.
Yes, yes. Uh, because of the mismanagement of the doctors and the soldiers on the medical supplies, both my grandsons have died, and I don't want any more other grandsons to die.
No, we definitely need to try and prevent as much death as possible. There's already been way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We have come from the main sort of camp looking into supporting efforts here and things to help try and calm the situation. Last thing we need is rioting. That will just get more people hurt and more supplies needed. But we have lines to request more aid from outside. The efforts there are political, to put lightly. Yeah. One of the other camps we are looking to maybe go to, from what we've heard, we haven't visited them yet, are having food shortage issues. What are your thoughts on that like? Because if they are good for medical supplies, perhaps a trade between camps could be arranged that could help alleviate things.
We have more than enough food due to the amount of people that died in our camp. We have a surplus.
Right.
For now.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. I wish there was more I could do to help in the immediate term. Would you be able to keep things calm here whilst we went to the other camp to see what their situation is? And arrange a meet between leaders if they do have a supply of medicine for a trade.
If you publicly promise to provide medicine, we can keep them calm for a while.
Yes.
But if you are not able to do that, then we cannot stop the riots after a while.
That's true. As we have not been there yet, we do not know what what medicine is available in that situation. So I am a little worried that if I promise and cannot deliver, that things will get even worse.
I understand, but we need to give these people hope to calm them down. Now they only have desperation.
Right. True. Okay. I will promise medicine.
Shout it out, please, that everyone will know it. I can help you with convincing them.
Right. Okay. I turn to the crowd and I will shout out to them. What's the name of this camp? Sorry.
It doesn't have a that doesn't have a name.
All right.
Like for camp number 1.
Yeah. Okay. So I will shout out to them. Good people. I am Shemao. I am here with the relief efforts, trying to aid you and support you as we can. We have leads on potential medicine that we can try to bring in. And I will personally put in extra requests for more medicine to be delivered and for more rotation of medical personnel to visit the camp. Please bear with me just a little bit to get this all sorted. It's a lot of logistics, but medicine is on its way.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. I
Mhm.
believe at advantage.
Advantage, and may I help? I have a
You
way
may.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
I think while the initial conversation was being had, Ariman, as he is known to do, kind of worked his way into the crowd and is going to find like somebody that looks like they are older and wiser, maybe not necessarily sick or anything, but down, and is going to kneel down to them. Pardon me, ma'am. I am not a holy man or a great healer, but my friend here is a avatar of the god of life. He has no healing as per se, but we would like to offer up a prayer to the god of life. If anyone here, and he will begin to speak up, if anyone would like to join in a prayer that the god of life will look with mercy upon this camp.
Go ahead and make the persuasion check. DC 15 for the help.
I auto pass, but I
Yes.
will roll just to see maybe I crit.
Mm-hmm.
I know it doesn't do anything, but I like to roll.
Shamao also managed it even without the help, so and now it becomes a 37 because of the help. So the crowds disperse and they spend time with their loved ones, hoping that Shamao was telling the truth and that medicine will soon arrive to save their loved ones.
Right. Okay.
For now, it has been calmed down.
Ariman will kind of slip next to Shaimao. I didn't want to overstep you, but sometimes blind faith means more than words to some people.
Sometimes it is also all you can offer.
And Z is very confused because he literally just wanted to step in and start like healing people. But he's not very smart, but he understands if Ariman says don't do something, don't do it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what Z's actual intelligence is. I know his charisma is 4. Oh, his intelligence is only 8, so yeah.
Good. Right. Okay. Hopefully, we'll have time. Hopefully, the other camp will have supplies that you can exchange for immediately. I will definitely be putting in requests for more medical supplies and for more medical rotation towards your camp. Also,
Okay. Thank you.
we will be back soon with news. You are doing good work here.
The people start dispersing back. Alright, walking to camp number 2 where there is people in hunger.
Alright. I guess same sort of plan. Find the people in charge, get a feel for what the situation is and what's available, and then hopefully we can get a deal going. Oh. Alright. I'll look for the people who seem to be in charge of the camp.
Alright, another perception check.
21.
21 is good enough. You see one man who is in charge of the camp, or at least of the civilians that are about to riot.
Yes.
Like they are all like there's a big tent in the middle where all the food is stashed, and it's surrounded by guards. But the guards are then in turn surrounded in a circle by an angry crowd.
Okay.
And you said
We're
thousands of
angry!
people.
Angry! Sorry. Go ahead.
You said thousands of people in these camps?
Yeah, about 1,000 per camp.
Oh, okay.
There's
Gotcha.
more than 3 camps, but these are the 3 camps that have bigger problems.
Hey. Okay. I will try to approach this guy in charge. And much the same as the last group, I'll give him a bow and yeah, I'll be like, "Greetings. You appear to be in charge of the people here, or at least they look to you for guidance."
Yes, we are. He looks pretty skinny. Like he hasn't eaten in a couple of days. Yes, we are very hungry.
Yes, yes. We have been sent from the relief effort to try and help alleviate things in that regard. There is another camp that is having medical shortages. Do you know what the situation here is in terms of medical supplies? Because they have, because they potentially have food to trade, which could help with your situation.
It's too late for that. We already traded half of our medical supplies to another camp who had had who had an overflow of food, but it still wasn't enough for our camp. We have lots of our camp exists out mostly young men, so we need to eat more than others. So after
Right.
doing exactly what you said, we still didn't have enough food.
Right. Okay. That, I was really hoping that would be an easy solution. Okay. The young. Hmm. Grimlock.
What?
How you were good with nature and stuff. How do you feel for the area surrounding this camp for hunting and gathering?
I can take a lie around real quick. If let's see, actually, do I have? Let me see. I might have a spell for this actually. Are we technically inside the city in some way, or are we
No,
like
no,
in?
you're on the outside walls. These are like camps that they made in a couple of days.
Okay, so this would be like kind of rural area.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I think I have the spell prepared here. Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I am going to cast. Where is it? My buttons. I have it here, but then I was like checking. But there it is. Commune with nature. If I can. I'll ritually cast it. So it'll take me like give me a few minutes if that's all right. Or is this
Alright.
too? Or is this too? We need to be quick.
Well, they are surrounding a food tent that is surrounded by guards, and they're shouting at the guards, "Let us through! Give us food!"
Give me literally a minute, then. And I'll walk off a little bit from the camp, just like slightly outside of the camp, just to be like, then just like looking for if there's any good plants, animals to eat around here.
Alright, after a minute you cast the spell, or complete casting the spell. There is quite a bit of food here to hunt and gather, but it is not enough for a 1,000-man camp.
Okay. And Grimlock walks back and goes like, "Yeah, there is hunting here, but it's not enough. It wouldn't be enough for this amount of people."
All right. Options. We need options. I do not like giving these people in their desperation false promises. I can promise to request more food and try to get more of a supply to the camp. But that'll take a good while, and starving people aren't exactly patient people.
Hunger has toppled empires.
You're not wrong. I, could we have a second try, Shamaug? I want to talk to you over here with Iron Man real quick.
All right. Be back in a second.
Over. Okay. I don't know if this would work, but technically, if Iron Man, actually, first of all, Iron Man.
Yeah, he's standing there just
Right.
waiting on you.
Oh no, I'm just about to say I wouldn't know if you were there. That's what I was wondering.
Oh.
Because if you don't respond, I don't know if you're away or not. But yeah, but does your little friend have the ability to do sending? Correct.
Let me ask. Or we can both ask. Hey Z, can you do the sending thing today? Yes. I've got a few. I can. Jason checks him out of spells because he hasn't cast a third level yet, but he's used 2 second. Yeah, he used a third because he used whatchamacallit, 8 at third. Yeah, he's got 2 thirds remaining. Yeah, I can do 2 messages.
Okay. Because I don't know if this sounds good or not, but I'll let you guys know what it is, so then you can judge by it. If Thursday Z was able to communicate with my tribe back in Ashara, we could get them to get ready to give supplies over, and I could use my transferred via plants and have them basically toss a bunch of crates through, and that way we could get some supplies.
That could be a way.
It would at least be a good way to tide people over. Like, my tribe does have a decent bit of food at this moment. Actually, I guess I'd ask the DM, like, would I think we'd be able to supply enough food from that?
Give me a check. I'm going to check what your farming stat is before I answer that, because I have no idea out of the top of my head.
That's fair.
Not been.
Food production and a 2.
Yeah.
I would say that yes, but it would cost you from your personal wealth if you do that.
How much would I estimate that cost?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna have to look up prices. Give me a sec.
That's all right. No, this was kind of the thing I thought. To be fair, I thought it would cost me money, so that's why I was like. But I was like, finding you a way, role play wise, how I could get supplies quickly, in the sense that would actually make sense. Because I could just promise to buy them supplies. That could work too.
Yeah.
But I also think they need immediate supplies, so it's like I can do it this way, which might be more immediate and interesting.
I'm just looking up.
Yeah, that's no problem.
It's 1,000 people, so give me a sec.
Yeah, it's not a small amount of people necessarily.
Yeah.
And the reason I chose my own people was because it was kind of like they wouldn't question it. As soon as Grimlock asked, it would be a quick exchange. That's the idea in my head, anyway.
Yeah.
I have to get a calculator.
Oh boy, it's either going to be prohibitively expensive or all right.
No,
I can't
no,
tell it.
Depends on how much you want to feed them.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's just a little bit, it could potentially buy us some time or some goodwill to
You could
find more
pass enough.
permanent solution.
Yeah, like get the like. That's why I'm just thinking about taking the edge off, if you know what I mean. Like,
So, giving them the poorest slop you can give them. So, and at this point, when they're that hungry, they shouldn't be actually very picky on what they eat.
yeah,
You can feed the entire camp for, but that's only one meal for 30 gold.
30 gold
Yes, because I
for one
looked up
meal.
what the cheapest meal is at an inn, and that is oh shit, sorry, I made a mistake. 70 gold.
70 gold.
My
Okay,
bad.
that's more where I'd imagine it being, but that's
Yeah.
still not bad.
But
That's
then
still like,
basically you feed the entire camp from it, but you give them the poorest slob you can possibly give them.
what is slightly above that then? Like, what would be the next just above that?
Sick. That would be 100 gold.
Okay, I could be willing to spend like
How long would that feed them?
one day,
That's
basically.
one meal.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
essentially it's like
Basically, you
what?
give them all cabbage soup.
Yeah, and like that's what costs. That's basically like one day of a meal
Yeah.
essentially. So each amount. So let's say to alleviate the problem, honestly, but the amount of money I have, I'm not that worried. So like I could be like, okay, I'm going to put. I think we get them 10 days worth of food, and that'll get this. This will get the situation solved for a while. It'll allow
True.
supply chains to reorganize and get a bit more usual, and we'll be able to swap supplies around if necessary. Plus,
Do we want
sorry.
I don't mind to pitch in for something like this. We just don't tell them on. But I don't mind to pitch in to make sure they can eat for a month. I can cover the rest.
Okay, so that for a month that would be
Yeah.
so
So I can pitch in
another 2 grand,
1800.
1800. Yeah, 1800. That would be correct. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I would ask if we have whomever amongst them we feel can, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Regulate the food, because there are going to be some coming from a place in life where I've had to gorge myself before because I didn't know when the next meal was coming. We need to make sure they have a reliable distributor of the food, if that makes sense.
That already
What do you?
happens with the guards that are here.
Yeah, we can still
Gotcha, my bad.
Yeah, no, we can still give it to the guards. Okay, we can do this. So, you have Z contact my tribe. Contact what's his name? My Fang, and say that
I've-
Grimlock requests. What's
The
that?
problem with that is it has to be somebody I'm familiar with.
You've been to the island, haven't you?
I've met the really pretty bard lady, and kind of wiggles his eyebrows.
Oh yes, that's actually not bad. She'll probably be better at it nearly because Fang's a bit slow. Yes, tell what was her name again? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Parashoof.
Parashoof. Yes, tell Parashoof Grimlock requests, and then he'll say the like essentially the amount of supplies, but the monetary amount, about 3,000 worth or 2,800 gold worth of supplies to be brought to the tree on like the north side, where there's like one tree that he always uses for transporting, and have people ready to toss the stuff through.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I will go inform them of our plan to bring food and calm them down before this kicks off, because I think we're running out of time on that.
Okay, I'll go find a tree real quick, and then I'll walk off to go find a tree.
There's
Yeah,
plenty of trees.
Yeah.
Z will go with
Right here, right
Grimlock.
one right here.
Yeah.
Nice big tree.
Oh, that works. I'll go to that.
Z is going with Grimlock. Ahriman is going to go where he's best off with Shaimao and just kind of be a presence there and kind of just moral support more than anything in this situation. There's not a whole lot he can do.
Right. Okay.
But we'll also be counting out coins kind of to the side out of his bag of holding so that if he has to toss it through to the tribe, he will.
One thing Grimlock will whisper to your little friend. I keep it. What's his name again? Z. How say that name?
Xenothril.
Xenothril. He'd be like, just tell them to put a stamp saying Grimlock's food on it. he's trying to make it so when the crates are open in front of everybody, they'll see it. It's from him.
Yeah,
Maybe the crates
gotcha.
already have an Eruxi logo on it.
Yeah, they do because
Yeah.
we probably have trading goods. You're right. There's probably like a Naruxi trading mark on it. But either way, that's my point. Just make sure they're marked crates. Is all you'll say.
I don't know. It says Eruxi Island, yada yada yada, and then we look at the bottom in association with Silver Tongue Incorporated. That little
Yeah.
bastard.
But
Uh,
Grimlock sees this as a perfect opportunity to gain popularity. That's why I'm more than willing
He's
to give him
already
money.
he's already the Desert Flame Bridge Builder, and now he is Magister Grimlock, the Desert Flame Bridge Builder and feeder of the poor.
I'm stacking them up, boys. Thanks for the
At
help.
some point, you're going to be at the level of an Idi Amin title.
Yeah, that's some ridiculous titles.
His Excellency Idi Amin, Emperor for life, conqueror of the British Islands and Uganda in particular, Doctor. Something. Yeah.
Yeah, it just keeps going. I know what you mean. Yeah, you told me
The
about last
worst
time.
part is just like it was a demand that you'd always say it properly.
Yeah.
And
Grimlock will
word of
get.
the dance.
But yeah.
So yeah, if we can get the spell down to 5 words, I figure between multiple characters there and Armand being fairly intelligent, they can get the right message down and everything. And if need be, he will use both spell slots if we need to do a okay now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
as the spells go off, the ready is going on. The moment starts happening, and some people see it, and I was like, "Food!"
Ariman will immediately. This is something he was waiting for, and he will step in front and like, he doesn't have his javelin anymore. He will clang his chakram off of the shield, and he goes, "If you want to eat, you will wait."
Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
And
I am outside on my thing, but I can't roll below an 18 on that.
Well, since
I'm
it's a
not
very
confused.
large crowd that's hungry, you'd
Yeah.
still have to roll. So
Okay,
I'll
I'm
roll for you.
running back inside.
I will say as well though, like when they start like looking at they're about to rush, Rawlock turns into a big dragon just to also add that intimidation factor of like, maybe rushing the food while that big dragon is sitting there may not be the best
You
idea.
can do a help action for the intimidation of
Yeah,
Armand.
he can give it a wee try. He's not great at it, but he's not bad at it either. I'll give him guidance here just to give us help action so he can do this better. So he he critted it. So you get extra 3 just on top of it.
Yeah, and 24 is enough. So the people will start lining up orderly and vent for food.
Yeah, I think even the chakram started to glow a little bit. Just that the time he's had to be scary, and then he will turn and look at Grimlock. That's how you instill fear in people.
Yeah, good job. Now they should keep us good. Do you want your name on this, by the way? I can like start scribbling your name on these crates.
No. There's only one title in this world I'm interested in, and that's a ways off.
Fair enough. And Rawlock, seeing the dangers pass, will also just change back, so he's not so big.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, though, we can try to put like the symbol of Shinira, Shaimao's mommy.
Her symbol
Yeah.
is, I'll draw it for you. And looks like
I have power. Z suddenly has a Highlander moment.
That's about how her symbol looks.
A
Yeah.
house.
So,
All right. Instead of that, um, Z
With like a
will.
cat eye here, staring outside.
Do we feel putting that on there? This is up to you, Shaimal, to get a little bit more support towards this being their home and towards your mother and stuff. We could skywrite. Well, it says words, but maybe we could do a symbol.
well, I would like to increase awareness of my mother's and her power. Uh, but
Oh, we will use minor illusion because it can just do something really faint. And I think there's going to be a small kid somewhere, and Z will do that because he gets it from his subclass. And Armand will lean down and look and point, and you'll just see very pretty female cat eyes blink and wink at the kid and fade away. See? The old gods are watching.
yes, we are here to help. Okay.
And try to make it as public that two known enemy deities, their avatars are working together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
With that,
yeah.
you have successfully, with the long lines and guards taking over with the food supplies, you have successfully fed this camp, and this camp is no longer in danger of riots.
There we go. Nothing that a bit of money can't grease the wheels of.
Yes.
The single tear from a tiny man across the world.
Yeah.
I was going to ask Mr. Grimlock. This camp has a lot of extra muscle and a lot of extra testosterone going around, it would seem. These may be some people that could be put to work for the reconstruction once things are cleared out.
Probably. It would be a good,
Yeah.
especially if they're kept healthy with the food. It should
Yeah.
keep them stronger.
Kept
That's why I
healthy,
wanted to go
kept
with a bit better
happy.
quality.
Kept healthy, kept happy, but also I know very well that someone who is not worked so hard they can't function, but wore out at the end of the day, sleeps well, but also doesn't stir up shit.
Yeah. And busy hands, not
Yeah,
like the mind
they
dull.
used to overwork us and the Ludus just so that there were no attempts at escape.
Yeah.
Can't exactly use the other method they use to keep us around with this many people here.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Not enough ladies.
Yeah.
We should probably
I'm
get the
assuming by
sorry.
now, which Camille's enhanceability have worn off.
Yeah.
We should probably get to the last camp first, and then we can come back.
Yes.
Just so
Yeah.
because just in case they do start to riot as well.
Yes. Yes. We should check on the last camp. Perhaps they'll have medical supplies.
Hopefully, and if not, we can grease the wheels in some sense again.
Well, I just want to say, well done, both of you. Good job. And he'll kind of trail in behind everybody. This is one of the few times he isn't like jogging ahead to scout because he assumes we are mostly safe, but because of the tremors and stuff recently, if allowed, he will be occasionally leaning down, putting a palm to the ground. He's not as good as Grimlock about it, but just making sure we're not going to have a toppled building or anything as we go about the camps.
This camp, as you arrive in it, you notice that the tents are a lot more fancier. And looking at the crowd, you see that there are a lot more nobles in the, or nobles or rich people in this crowd. So they're like, this camp is also quite close next to Ambarrack, the entrance. And like they're standing in front of the entrance. Let us go home! I want to go back to my house! Thieves are raving through the city! They're gonna steal everything I own! Let us protect our homes!
Technically, he's not entirely wrong. There was like we did see like a group of thieves literally getting ready to raid. Technically, not their homes, but the treasury.
Yeah.
But we can't let them
Yeah.
go back in, even if they are dumb.
Yes. All right.
What type of
Let's-
assurances can we give them? We don't
Bro.
have the manpower to send
Yeah.
into the city.
It's too dangerous to send in muscle, and we, as ourselves, can't really patrol. We do have, not to take advantage of everything, but we do have 2 dragons at our disposal. They could fly over and maybe give the image of extra protection. Not everyone knows about the 2 of you, do they, Grimlock?
I am known, but I don't know if I'm known for being a dragon. Ralak is relatively unknown in this region.
I was just
thinking-
thinking, even amongst we common folk, knowing a dragon is watching out for us tends to be a bit encouraging. Heck, look at me and my goals.
Bro.
I could have
Bro.
Ralak turn into a dragon, and then you can basically talk, and he'll back you up on it.
But I'm not sure if a sense of it being safer in the city.
Might help, yeah, because then they'll want to go back even
Yeah.
more, maybe. That could backfire
then-
in some way if they take it a different direction than we expect.
On the other hand, if they think it's extra dangerous, that might encourage them more to go in and protect their. Ah,
Well,
let's see if we can find the.
their leaders and get them.
Yeah.
Maybe their leader will have a bit of a help. I'll help you look around, see if we can find somebody, and he will kind of
Yeah.
scale up the side, like just up on some boxes and stuff, and look around and see if there's like obviously a noble that's got like an area where he's super comfy and people gathered or anything like that, or she.
Go ahead and make a perception check. You find one female noble in a luxurious tent here who's watching the crew, and like she only has a bodyguard with her, but she seems to be have the highest authority here, even though she's not the one shouting to get back into the city.
All right, we'll climb down there. Shaimao, see the lady over there, and we'll kind of point them out to Shaimao. I think that's your person, and I'm gonna walk over. I've fought in this city some. I'll see if I can at least draw some attention away from what's going on.
Right. Sounds like a plan. I will make my way around the crowd into the noble lady.
She's drinking some tea.
Okay. I will approach.
Hello there.
I'll come along just to help out with the, or just be nearby.
I'll give the same sort of greeting I gave all the others, and like, evening. You appear to be someone that the others look to, for advice and authority.
That is correct.
We are with the relief efforts for the city, and well, we've come to find out what we can do to help out and calm things down. Last thing we need is rioting. Am I correct?
Our people, correct. Our people, my people, want to go back into the city and protect their homes. The Tarask has been
Yeah.
defeated, and it's now raving earth elementals and raving thief guilds, criminals that control the inner of the city. There's only a little part that controls that is controlled by the guards and by the remnants of Ambarrack.
Yes. Well, efforts are being made. We are pushing back bit by bit each day into the city. Yes. In fact, we recently rebuilt one of the main bridges through the city.
You're one of the bridge builders?
Yes. Well,
Oh,
I was the assistant bridge builder. The true bridge builder was my friend here.
oh, I'm so sorry I didn't do proper respect.
Oh. Yes.
She curtsies back to Grimlock.
Grimlock bows awkwardly.
I do fully appreciate the desire to defend one's home. My mother is a goddess of homes and a protector of homes. But
Could you not then appeal to your mother to protect our homes so that we do not have to go into the city to protect our own homes?
of course, yes. If you will aid me, I will lead this congregation in prayer towards my mother, protect their homes and that which they hold dear but were forced to leave behind. For the time being. Yes.
Okay. As
Alright.
she goes, "Dear people, we have an avatar here of a goddess of homes. She is going to appeal to her mother to protect our homes so that we can stay safe here in the camp. Let her do so. You can either make me a deception check or a religion check. Religion check if you legitimately want to try and do this with your mom. Deception if you want to fool them. That you're doing it.
Oh, I feel like I should legitimately be doing this. But that's a +4, whereas my deception's +12.
Maybe it's not immediate. Maybe you're deceiving them that it's going to be quicker than intended.
Yeah.
I can also give you some buffing if you want to see if you can try to do it legitimately.
Yeah. I'm gonna try legitimate.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I will give you
Sensibility
So-
for the intellect.
yeah.
If we,
Yeah.
Sorry?
the help action has to be the same skill.
Mm-hmm. Correct. It has to be the same skill.
And you're using religion.
Yeah.
I will. Where I've walked up amongst people, I was about to start letting them know that one of the great arena fighters would be on patrol there as well. But we'll chime in to like gathering people. Wait! It's one of the avatars, and we'll start drawing attention, and I will do the help action.
Yeah. Right. All right. Gather everyone around and begin the prayer.
So because of
Begin the prayer.
because of the
And
help, it becomes a 21.
Oh. Is that enough? Is that not enough?
You don't know yet.
No! Stop getting worse! Damn it.
If you were near Z, he would have tried a guidance, but I think you'd walked away from it.
he's standing right next to her, so yeah,
Oh, yeah. If allowed, have a guidance.
sure.
Okay. Maybe that'll get me back up to where I was.
So you're
Till
now at
12.
19. Want more? Want more sorcery points to spend?
It can't get worse, but here we go. Ah,
Hey!
26 becomes 28 or something. Yeah, 28 I think.
Yeah.
That is definitely good enough.
Oh.
As you suddenly know here, meow, 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 meow. Multiple meows coming out of like hiding spots. All sorts of small little cats. So many cats, all tippling like running into the city.
Oh.
And then like climbing up the buildings and then running up. You have succeeded. Your mother is keeping watch on these people's houses.
Xanathral's eyes go huge. It's gonna be a massacre.
Eh. Good people, my mother has heard your prayers. Your homes will be watched. You have no need to risk your lives against the elementals.
Yay! Yay for Shynera! Yay for Shynera! Fuck the Aurora! Yay for
Oh,
Shynera!
I think we're slowly converting most of the city by accident. Because, like, technically, we also did the thing with the crates, too. So now that, like, the Asharan God's power may start stretching into Ambarrack.
And the
Unfortunate.
healing with Rapla.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's getting a bit of a mixture now. We're probably, but that's fine. Who cares?
I just
You
worry
have-
about the people in need of medicine.
Well, I was thinking about that actually. Oh, sorry, you going ahead, John?
some of the people walk over towards you. Great Avatar of Shynera, what could we do to provide tribute to your goddess?
You hear in your head, medical supplies.
Yes. There is another camp in desperate need for medical supplies. If you have any to spare, or any who have the medical knowledge to assist them, it would be greatly appreciated.
Of course we will, for our new goddess, our protector.
Yes. Haha. Be kind to cats.
Yay! One person walks over and he has like a tribute to, it's in his own tent, but you can like see inside. It's a tribute to the Ahura, and he just wipes it off of the table.
On the one hand, I am always delighted for my mother to gain new followers. On the other hand, I always feel a little guilty when another god gets loses followers for that just to gain.
Well, to be fair, like, the Ahura didn't really save them, so, like, you know what I mean? Like, at this point,
Yeah.
the Asharan gods have done more than even the Ahura have done, at least that is notable.
Yes.
So,
The old gods do seem to be a little more proactive.
so
Alright.
yeah.
By the way, do I sound weird?
I don't think
no.
so.
Yeah, the plop of my mic just broke, so maybe I was like, do I sound different all of a sudden?
Nope.
No, I think there's a bit more like it's more like a bit of background noise coming through in the sense of like
Yeah,
just
that's my fan.
yeah, that's probably it. But
Yeah,
like
because
there's-
I
I don't
turned
know.
it off. I turned it off now, and now the background noise is gone. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's nothing really
Oh,
going
okay,
different that I
good.
can tell.
Okay.
Then I do not need to buy a new microphone. Good.
Not yet,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Right.
There we go. I think we've solved all the problems here.
Should,
Good job, team. High fives.
Yes. We should probably go back and inform.
Is it bad that I
Tr-
just want to piss off somebody just so we're consistent?
I'm curious on who that is, because like it really depends. In what sense
I
do you
don't know.
mean?
It just seems like
It's going
I
too
should put on,
well.
I should put on heavy armor and fail at what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh,
No, I think we're fine. I think we're being
Yeah.
successful enough that it's good.
yeah.
Could you we could you escort the first batch of medical supplies? Could you wait until we're ready with the first batch of medical supplies to the other camp? Then you can escort them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, I could also take a decent amount. I can empty out a lot of the useless junk I have in my bag of holding and take enough extra to take away some weight off some people.
But to be fair, Ralak, do it. Then he's like, we
Yes.
can just Ralak just turns into a dragon. Like we could just strap a bunch to him.
Yes, father.
Okay.
I shall bring the supplies back and forth as fast as possible.
That's good because with this it brings up your fame as well, my son.
Yes.
Of course.
I'll always remember. Nearly every opportunity is a PR opportunity.
We should probably go with the first lot, though, so as not to terrify them with the dragon
No, you're right.
suddenly
You're right.
swooping in. However awesome dragons are, they are also very intimidating.
But yes, well, but this way we can transport them quickly, and plus he's just this, again, PR.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Going
Oh,
back to
You
the
know,
where you arrived first with a food cart. Go ahead. Sorry.
okay. But there is a point where you get so much PR for helping people, it kind of become, well, if you push for too much PR when helping people in need, it can get a bit cringe.
Maybe,
But yes.
but this is like a fucking feeding ground. Not, you know what I mean? These are rare opportunities to be this public with our, abilities. Most of the time, we're fighting things in the dark and the dangerous. So you take what you can get in this sense. I understand what you mean, though. Don't get me wrong. I get that.
True.
I just mean, but to be fair, like practically speaking, this is the best option. But it's also, I'm
Yeah.
just not going to ignore the fact that this is good PR.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
get what you mean.
Yes. Right.
Practical PR, I call it.
You arrive with the cart, and then the people that are operating the cart is like, "These are the blessings of Shynira. She is here to help you. Thank you, Shynira."
We have brought medical supplies. And it will not even cost you your food. Ah.
Thank you, thank you. As things go in, praise be to Shynira.
Praise be to the brave people of Ambarrack.
Hey for Ambarrack. We will survive.
And to Shania.
I
And
think
to the
Zanastro
Aroxi.
has been.
Hey for Aruxi. Welcome in Ambarrack.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Ariman, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I think Zanathril has been trying to put on like a face of happiness for everybody, but hearing all of the praise to Shynera and the Aruxi and all this stuff, he just kind of, not so much jealous, it was just he feels he let his father down. He just kind of slinks to the back, but he has a 4 charisma, so he can't really hide it.
Praise
like,
be to
I-
Rapla, God of life.
Praise
And
be to
he'll be-
Rapla, God of life. Thank you for letting us live.
He kind of grins then, but he had. You could see obviously he wasn't upset for what happened. He felt he failed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then later on, Ralok arrives in his dragon form with more with more medical supplies.
Yeah.
Holy shit! A healing dragon!
Ooh, Ralak. He's here. Like Grimlock's like trying to do this from like the perspective of somebody in the crowd. Like he's like getting down, and just like saying it. Into the
Ralok!
crowd.
Ra life! Ra life! La 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 la. La.
Okay, this is getting weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
starting to
saving
think that
people.
people in this
Saving.
camp just really like chanting things.
I think, to be fair, when we came here, they were really good at chanting. They've got that down pat.
Yeah, the other camps were just like a rabble yelling.
These guys were weirdly organized in their ability to,
Yeah.
to chant and want. Good.
Yeah.
That's good shit. That's good shit. That's the best type of people you want to tell things about, because then they start chanting it randomly at different points in the day.
Yeah.
There we
These
go.
people should start the first unions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should
Oh.
protest professionally.
But there we go. That's this. That's well, we've solved this actually quite successfully, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Oh.
satisfied. Nobody's going to most likely fuck around because they've got everything they need. So now it's probably back to camp and inform them that everything should be calm for the next while, and then get on to maybe one more of the, or get on to one of the other missions that's there.
Yes. All right.
This took about 2 hours in total to achieve.
Not bad.
Mostly because of the walking between the different camps.
Yeah.
We also found ways to do it pretty quickly too, though, so
Mhm.
it wasn't too bad. So good,
Yeah.
good. Oh yeah.
Returning back to command camp, or base camp. This camp doesn't have a lot of refugees, but it has like the soldiers and everything, and the organizations and surplus supplies already there. They're like redistributing them and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
No.
like the logistics hub.
Yeah.
More than the.
Then like refugee
Here's where
camp.
the decisions are made.
Yeah.
I'll go in to the guy and go like, we were able to resolve all 3 camps' problems pretty successfully.
Thank the Ahura.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah, they're all sorted out now. The one has food, one has medicine, and the others have been convinced not to try to enter the city and protect their homes. So, should be all good for now.
We
All
sent
right,
in a
good.
small army of cats to face the might of the elementals.
And then Shazam says, I pity the elementals.
Yes.
Thank you for helping me. This solves so many problems with the people just being calmed down. Thank
Yes,
you.
it should free up some soldiers even to probably help gather more. So that's good.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, if you don't have anything else, we're going to go see if anybody else requires our assistance.
No, I'm done for now. I'm gonna redistribute the soldiers that were on guard duty on the different locations, and then send them to different tasks. But I'm not
Good,
sure
good.
yet which tasks.
That's fair.
I
Should
know I
I-
didn't get it in the moment, but could I give him like the names of like the camp leaders for liaising with?
Sure thing. No problem.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good idea.
All right. Excellent work, team.
Yeah, good job. Very successful. Okay, now who do we want to go talk to next? Well, I can't say Shimao. Do you want to choose somebody? Because I feel like you haven't got to choose who you out of the people.
Don't really know anyone to choose. I really don't want to fight that dragon. just yet.
That's the
That's
veto
just-
one where it's like, we don't do that.
Yeah, but on
Yeah.
that note, since I wasn't around earlier to ask my questions about that group, Ariman just wants to see if the group with Dalen looks like a guild or just like an adventuring band.
Um, they look like individually hired people.
Okay, so they don't have like matching gear or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no.
Gotcha. And then he will report back. Looks like they're pulling in powerful individuals and nothing against his uncle or anything. That's usually not a very good idea. Even in the arenas, if you brought in like a bunch of champions from other places, it just ends up
Hmm.
Yeah, if they
a
don't have,
mess. Too many cooks, not enough kitchen. I think that's the phrase. I don't know.
no,
Yeah.
I get what you mean. Too many mouths, too little bodies to eat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the coordination won't be great without some type of unifying figure
Mm.
within it. So it'll be good. So that, and they'll probably be more likely to abandon each other in the case of,
Yeah.
things go south.
Yeah. Too many living rooms, not enough bedrooms.
I just hope for our friend's sake that the old man stays safe.
Yes.
Oh, don't know if he seems like the type who goes into places himself. Not at his age, maybe.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Z, you look a little spent. Yeah, I'm gonna rest here, and he'll kind of lean up against that pile of logs and take a little short rest if allowed, while everybody else can kind of peek
Chat.
around.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can wait we can wait a bit because I just talk and like sit down, take a drink, because we haven't done it for a wee bit.
Yeah.
Could take a short rest if anyone needs it.
I think Z is probably the only one that needs it, but because I don't think anybody lost any hit points. But mechanically, I will re-up the hit points. So this time, I'll tell the story of how we were supposed to be fighting a minotaur, but it was actually just an
guy in a
ogre
suit.
wearing. Yeah, it was an ogre wearing a minotaur mask, basically, and they called him the Mantar.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh.
Yeah, but just for you to know,
Mhm.
Shamal, the two outside of that one left are this one down here and this one up here.
Right. Okay. Let's go to this one. Just arbitrary.
For keeping up my correct things, how many sendings did we end up needing to do? Just the
Just
one, or two?
Just one.
Gotcha. So he will get back the enhanceability spell slot, and that's the best he can do right now with Harness Divine Power.
Yeah. That
So
was
you're
an
going to Hidam?
inspiring story. Yes.
Alright.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Eh,
My name is Hidam. I am the captain.
First Avatar Shamao. Magister Grimlock.
Yo.
Araman. Ralok. Grimlock's son. Xenophail. Yeah. And Ra Charger. Yes. We are working as best we can to aid things here. How are things going with your duties? And yes, I don't know why, but my brain has decided not to know how to phrase things properly now.
We all have that problem occasionally. Maybe it's the heat.
Perhaps.
Well, I'm currently busy with solving a problem. We have a bunch of thieves gangs inside the city that chose to remain inside the city and then rob everything blind since there is no authority to stop them inside. So, and we also have them being joined up by some corrupt guards. So I want them taken care of so that people still have their belongings to return to when this is over.
Well, that seems weirdly fitting with what we were doing earlier today. How can we help?
There's one large gang that works for. It's run by a crook named Benya. If you guys manage to take down his gang, that would help a lot. I know one of his under people, Captain Gazelle, is has taken over the market here. So maybe you could start from there and work yourself way up all the way to Benya and take him down.
Do either of those names mean anything to Ariman?
You can make a history check.
I will make a history check. Hey, look, oh, no, wrong character. I was like, I have a -1 in this. History.
With a 17, you hear that Xerxes has dealt with them in the past with trade deals and everything, and they are not to be trusted.
Yeah, if I remember right, Boss used to deal with them a lot. Was take it as you will, but there's somebody he tended to deal with a lot.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
But once again, I will say, if we take out one of the top thieves guilds in the area, it will open up a vacuum again for something. So I don't want to. I obviously don't want to go back after the dragon, but we may want to let the old timer know once a group like that's been dealt with, he may be able to help fill that gap before some people that we don't want to, like say Crusaders or somebody comes in.
True. But at the same time, they have grown beyond their beyond
Got
control.
Yeah, they've got too big for their britches. Heard that one from a trader one time.
Yes. Yes. Right. Okay. So we deal with this gang and try to figure out means of potentially filling the gap ourselves or with those we trust. Okay. To the market. To hunt a gazelle.
To the market.
Mm-hmm. Give me a sec. That is a random encounter. Give me a sec. All right, you guys are going downhill towards the market, and then suddenly you're and you see a bunch of rocks behind you, rolling behind you downhill. What do, Grimlock?
What's right? What happens?
You're walking downhill towards the market, and then suddenly you hear a spinning sound behind you. You turn around, and you see a bunch of rocks right behind you, rolling towards you.
Fuck. That's what I say. It's like, fuck. I will. This is a good use of this, but I think it's funny. Can I like conjure animals in the way of these rocks to try to block them?
Of course.
So I cost with the obviously the lowest or the 1d4
The
below whatever. So just like whatever creatures to block it.
and the CR0, and then 8 creatures, or 1/8.
What I think it's the CR 1/4 is the 8 beasts that come up.
Ah, I thought
So
it was.
well, it's 1/4 and belower. So
Oh yeah.
technically, it's like whatever you either you want to
Yes.
select or
Let's
roll
see.
for whatever.
1/4. Let's see what would be funny.
Are you looking for something big that will stop the boulders, or are you looking for something with the stickiest insides so that their their guts glue the boulders?
A bunch of riding horses appear and go woo, wee, and then the first row just gets squandered by the boulders, dead. But the back line manages like put their feet on top of it and stop the boulders, and so only 3 riding horses remain alive. But the boulders have been stopped.
There we go. That's. I just thinking quickly. That may have been a terrible thing to do, but
Yeah.
there we
It
go.
worked.
Good job, horses. I'll keep you
What
with me for now because you're here for an hour.
I would have never thought to fight an avalanche with horses.
I, I'll be honest. On a character, I was just thinking, what is the one thing I could put in the way of this stuff? I could have dodged, but I genuinely thought it'd be funnier just to put something like, what's the cheapest spell that can make the most amount of things between me and the rocks? And it was just conjure animals. Oh boy. But yes, let's keep going. Come horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here you go. You are now at the marketplace.
Right.
Round the corner, you see where Captain Gazelle would be, and you see that a bunch of commoners and nobles are waiting in a line to enter the market.
All right.
Could Ahriman please approach stealthily?
Sure thing. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
What was the
You
name
can
of the
get-
main lady?
Sorry?
What was the name of the leader of this group? Sorry.
Benja,
again.
but the lady here is Captain Gazelle. With that 28 Ariman, you can put yourself wherever you want on this map.
Are rooftops an option?
Yeah,
Because I think
wherever
he would
you
have been.
want.
Okay. So he would have gotten to there, but Z would have stayed with y'all. And Boss said he was gonna try to get a vantage point. So, and he'll just stick right. I think he's kind of attached himself to Rod Charger and Ralok as other avatars, boy avatars. So he's just kind of with them.
Team Avatar.
Yeah.
We have 4 avatars in this party, so
It's
Team Avatar.
yeah, it's funny how it worked out that way.
And I believe all 4 different classes and
Different gods.
races.
And races, yeah.
Yeah. How do we want to approach this?
I kind of want to leave it up to you. I feel like this is your chance to shine. You love working with this type of stuff.
Yeah. I've got ideas. One idea is to let your horses run wild, just charge in, cause a massive scene, and we try and grab her whilst.
While they're all distracted.
Yeah.
That's one option. What's your other ideas?
Option 2 is we use my disguise kit to try and disguise ourselves as members of this group of thieves. And we have important information for the boss's eyes only.
Like, that's very much up your alley, that one.
Yes.
Smash and grab is a little bit less your style.
Yes.
So I still let you choose. I was just curious to see what they were.
Yeah. Option 3, we go in as commoners. Try and get in. Option 4 is all guns blazing.
It's always an option.
Hmm.
I think I'll be honest, I feel like a part of your heart is set on the idea of going in and acting like you're part of their group. You love doing that.
That is true. That is true. All right. I want to see if I can get an eyeball on some of these gang members for any identifying marks that seem to like mark them as gang members.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Cool.
I'll give you assistance in the. Oh, well, you don't really need it, but you're right.
Just for shits and giggles. Bloop.
Eh.
All right. Yeah, you see that that all of them have one thing in common. They have underneath their left eye, they have a tattoo.
Ah.
It's a stripe with a number on it.
All have tattoos under their eyes, stripe with a number. A little difficult to pull off when you're furry.
Just
Not
shave
impossible.
a little part of your body.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I could do this magically, or I could use my skills with my disguise kit. Okay. Who wants to be part of this gang?
Charlotte?
Who wants to be part of this gang?
None of us
I've-
really have skin.
True.
Like,
That is.
it's either covered in fur, scales, or tink, tink, tink.
Yes. Oh, okay. Here's the plan. Okay? Me, maybe one or two others, members of the gang. I'll lead the conversation. The other two are individuals who we captured, who have information about the plot against the gang's leader. That we have to get that information to the gang leader directly. And hopefully we can convince her to take us to the gang leader. But then we strike.
Sure.
Yes. All right. How do we get that information to Araman? No.
From a rooftop, just a little reflection off of the chakram down at you.
Yes. I convey it in desert common.
Well, I think, like, from that distance and his passive perception, he could have picked up some, or we'll roll with it that he would have been planning to not act until you all do. He just wants to make sure the area is covered with eyes in case something bad goes on. You never know when another gang's going to show up or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who can I probably get to be gang members?
I'm probably better off as a prisoner. I'm not very good at lying.
Okay. I feel like if, no offense to our charger, but I feel like if uh, someone like you was part of the gang, everyone in the gang would be talking about it.
Hold on, let me try this. My favorite color is purple.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. You are very distinct. Fuck,
But,
we are all very
but
distinct.
Zenafro, you told me that your favorite color was turquoise.
It is turquoise. Maybe I'm better than I thought I was.
Uh,
I'm so sorry. I
I'll
should
be
have
honest.
And he just kind of leans forward into Rachargu's chest with his little fuzzy head.
I'll be honest, Shimao, you're not working with the premium ingredients right here.
oh, I've got
Maybe you
it.
should go away and be by yourself, and we are just a standby where you shout very hard, loudly, if there's danger, and then we come in guns blazing.
Yes.
Were we supposed to
That's
bring
fair.
guns?
It's a metaphor that was made after the invention of the gun.
Yes, it's something I've heard the nomad say a few times.
They also
Oh.
say hello to my little friend.
You think it's themselves, but actually it's a small gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not just the guy standing next to them.
Oh, okay. Here's it. I'm a member of this gang. You guys, you are potential defectors from another gang looking to join this gang who has information on that gang's moves against this gang's leadership.
Sure.
Raj
Am I
Charger
right?
goes like, so we're a gang that wants to join another gang, and we have information about that gang, and then we're going into this gang to give the information of the other gang to go and give so that the other gang can go out and we can join this gang.
Yes.
Alright, perfectly clear.
Yes.
I will help.
Yeah. All right. I will disguise everyone as gangster type people and myself as a member of this gang specifically. As best I can with my disguise kit.
So you're shaving off a piece of your fur.
Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to, but I feel like if they take us to the leader, it's going to take more than an hour, and my disguised self won't last that long. You know what? I'm gonna cast disguise self for myself. I don't want to shave a piece of my fur. All right, let's make this quick. Out of the way, people! Out of the way!
But we were your...
I'll give him a mean look.
Go ahead and make a deception check at advantage.
Yeah. 26.
The guards will say, out of the way, it's a gang member, out of the way,
Yeah.
make space.
Yeah. Yeah, these people here are with me. Come
Alright,
on.
come in.
Yeah.
I'll tell the horses to stay outside for a minute, just because I don't think we need 3 extra horses inside with us.
Yeah. All right. I'll head up to Captain Gazelle.
Hello.
Evening.
Evening.
Don't believe we've met.
No, we have not.
I'm
How can
kind
I
of new
help
to
you?
the gang. Well, I've came across a few potential hopefuls for the crew here. They got some troubling information that the boss might want to hear straight from the horse's mouth, if you know what I'm saying. Potential
Mhm.
moves from rivals and seems pretty serious.
Go ahead and make a deception check. What sort of rivals? Which rivals?
Well, they're pretty small fry. Not sure you've heard of the shadow cats from Xenonia? Well, they're looking to capitalize on things here, moving in. Want to make a big play by taking down the big dogs.
Go ahead and make another deception check as you see her thinking.
Eh, 26.
That certainly is a danger. They had a large dealing in the Kiowa incidents around that.
Yeah.
And we don't want that in the city, or at least not our own. Yes.
Yeah.
Here, this is important enough to tell the boss. Here is the location, and she gives you a letter. Look at it, and then give it back.
All right.
It is a very badly drawn map that looks a bit cryptic. Go ahead and make a investigation check. Or a history check to see if you remember it properly. The investigation is to see if you figure it out properly.
Okay. Investigation. 16.
You look at it for a moment, you figure out where to start with the streets, but you don't know the exact ending point, and she's already standing like ready to give the map back.
Right. Can I Is there anything nearby that looks similar to the map? Is there like nearby like some paper or something that when rolled up would look like it might be the map?
Oh, like that. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. 15?
The closest thing that looks like it that you can spot very quickly is something that is in her back pocket.
Okay, this is going to be quite the difficult maneuver.
I'm here for
So-
it, boy.
What I want to do is I want to like really ham up the like trying to work out the map sort of thing, and I want to as I'm doing that, I want to like accidentally bump into her, pick her pocket for that other thing that looks like the map, and then like turn around, pocket the map, and hand that back to her. Like the
Yeah, that would be a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna reroll that.
All right.
Hey.
Boom. All right. Because I said at the start of the session, this is session 69.
Yeah.
So basically, it looks like you're slapping her ass. And
Yeah.
because of the crit, you did it so well that you like snapped the thing and do exactly what you want to, but felt good for her. So like, ooh,
Yeah.
I don't mind tapping that again.
Yes. I give her a wink as I hand it back to her.
Thank you very much. And if you're looking for a place to stay tonight, feel free to come over back to this market. She winks back at you.
I will come running as soon as my business is done. And I give her a bow. As like, all right, you sorry lot. Let's go.
Cool, you run away.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
And the guards say, next!
Okay, let's get out of here before she realizes I didn't hand her the map back. Du-du-du.
The
Quick,
question
on
is,
the riding horses.
Aramon is still standing on the ceiling.
Yeah, Armine is waiting on the others to get out just because he's not sure what they were up to. It seemed like it went too good because they even beat his passive.
Mm-hmm.
Just will kind of shrug at that point and then start slinking backwards. That's why I hadn't moved him yet, because he wasn't aware the task had been done.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question about her. From where he was at, could Armine have gotten a look at like what weapons or gear she carried?
Sure thing, that's not that hard. She has a scimitar and a bunch of daggers.
Alright, so definitely seems roguish, or at least a speedy fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That was fun. That was fun. Right. Anyone know how to read this map? I figured out where to start, but
Yeah, Armine will start. So you got what we're very well done.
yeah.
So, Aramon, as you have the map, you figure it out instantly, because the map and a lot of the instructions are written in Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, excellent. And we'll point that out. This is actually written in the one of the codes used by a lot of rogues and street folk, and we'll kind of explain as he deciphers it.
Ah, see. I see. I thought it was weird. There were like two different languages going on, and the words were random from both.
Well, it's not so much the languages you're looking for, and he will tilt it and show like the smudges where a thumb had been in the ink and little oddities like that where a crease is and what that means and different things. The words are the least part of it.
Ah. Ah, very clever. I just thought the person who made the map was incredibly messy. Alright, Araman, lead the way.
Gotcha. We should probably get a go on because if she's anything like most rogues I know, she's already double checking stuff, and he will not quicken the pace a lot to lose anybody, but will step it up and we'll do like a light jog.
Well, hopefully she's too busy waiting for my return. Got her thoughts in other places.
You travel
Oh,
towards
wait.
the. Go ahead.
No, because of where he was at and he can't read lips, I think Ironmine just caught on to the situation and goes, wait, oh.
Yes. I accidentally slapped her ass whilst pickpocketing something, and
That was the
apparently she likes
distraction. You
that.
slapped one ass and then pickpocketed the papers with the other one, and then she was too distracted by it.
Yes. Yeah. When in doubt, flirt.
You guys go through the area, and you go through it without any, how do you call it, problems, so no random encounters as you arrive at the office of the head boss.
Alright.
Okay, so what's the plan here? Are we just killing him, or what are we doing?
Yeah, are we cutting the head off the snake, or what's going on? As we're making our way there, we'll have this chit chat. Why do we have horses?
Oh, well, they're just. Well, I used them to block the rocks earlier, and now I kind of feel bad if I dismissed them. It would be kind of disrespectful to their spirits.
Oh, I'm too busy running in cowardice. Gotcha.
Yeah, like, to be fair, like, they're not necessary, but they'll go away probably somewhat soon. But, you know, you never know when you could use 3 horses.
Yeah. That's 1 horse per 2 people.
Yeah, they just don't have any
Great
barding
purpose.
though.
Get away.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the plan? Do we just want to? We could literally just kick this door in and kill him, or we could walk in and talk to him. And
I can make a quick look around the outside to make sure he's not going to call for anybody before we go in. What was the term? Gnomes blazing?
Yeah.
that's the term. That's definitely it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wants a bunch of flaming gnomes charging in. Yeah. Like, our goal here is to take out the gang. So, taking out the leader would definitely disrupt things.
Okay. I know that if Amon was here, he would immediately say no, but what if they were to go under new leadership?
Oh. Like how I took over the Shadow Cats. Yes.
Yeah, or you could do it too. Because he was like stepping forward, gonna volunteer to do it, and then you say that he's like, yeah, but maybe it's probably better off you do it.
No, I wasn't saying that I would be the one necessarily, but yes. We could put them under new leadership.
And then a bunch of rogues keeping an eye out and getting a little bit of pay. I've got some coin that we could look into this idea. Let's deal with the first step, and then Grimlock, you're good at coming up with plans and whatnot. The two of you should plot out something after we deal with the immediate situation.
All right. Okay. We go in. We eliminate him. Then we forge some sort of document saying that he had to go into hiding and he has left Aroman in charge.
But before, as we're getting close, since I kind of know the area with the map, Z will throw up a detect magic just in case, and we'll have it up like a couple minutes before we get there.
Yeah.
All right. I have to check real quick. Currently, it does not give a magical aura.
All right. They are thieves, so we probably should check for traps before just booting the door down.
Yeah. And I'm surprised we haven't ran into any guards yet, but let me take a look. And Ariman will, if allowed, will check for mundane mechanical traps.
That'll be an investigation check.
Yes. As a distraction to kick things off, we just have the horses charge in, diving through like the window.
There are no mundane traps that you can see.
Looks clear as far as I can tell.
Okay.
You want the horses just to bust in and start kicking things?
I'll go in as a gang member, get him like calm and stuff. Then the horses come in, freak him out, and then we just wail on him.
Okay. Okay. That's
I don't know. I might be getting too excited. This might be.
well. Let's give it a try.
Okay. Okay. I will enter.
Do you
I will
just
enter
open the
with
door,
confidence.
or?
Ah, shit. They probably got some secret hand knock thing going on.
Are there any markings around in Thieves' Cant? Since it was used for the map and stuff.
Not here on the door, no.
Okay. Or the area leading up to.
No.
Gotcha.
Right. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it really quick, and hopefully it works out. Is I'm gonna do a random sort of knock sequence, just so on the fly, and then I'm gonna quickly sort of enter in and be like, "Hey, boss man, I've been
As
sent
you
to."
open the door, You walk through, and then you have to make a dexterity saving throw. Since there was a trap, the 21 was just not good enough to find the trap.
21.
The 21 is also not good enough to avoid the trap.
Oh.
As a sort of a bigger face hugger comes out of the ceiling, but it's not a face hugger, but it's like a claw type thing, and it like grabs you very tightly and then pulls you up to the ceiling.
Bossman!
As you take 25 damage from it, feeling the tightness. You're now grappled and restrained.
Come on. Seriously?
The boss looks upwards.
Oh, yeah. Send me in to give the boss some vital information, but fail to mention the traps. Yeah, very funny.
Could have also waited for me to open the door.
Gazelle said that I should enter in as quickly as possible.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
And then she admittedly smirked, so I think it was a practical joke on my part.
Looks at you for a moment. He presses on a button on his desk. Go ahead and make this time a strength save.
Alright. Definitely not making this one. Nope.
Nope. You take 11, what do I call it? Slashing damage or piercing damage as you feel the claw going tighter on you. Now, what did Gazelle really say?
I don't know. We were flirting. I had information about the rival gang looking to get in on our business. Told me to come directly to you. Told me the dock secrets. She told me to rush in.
Go ahead and make another deception check.
Yeah. You know
He
what it
presses
is?
the button again. Go ahead and make another strength save. Yeah, you take the 15 damage.
You know, I'm starting to think that I'm just really untrustworthy and that maybe she sent me in here deliberately to get, like, killed by you. Cause,
I don't know when I should step in. I'm just more curious to see what you want to do next. Like, I'm sorry.
You know what would be really crazy? If a bunch of horses just charged in out of nowhere.
That's the signal. Go, go, go.
Alright, roll initiative.
I'm
sorry. I
want. Already so close to death.
Hey, lucky you guys, he rolled a natural 1 on his initiative at least.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't help but like let it. I want to see what you were going to do next. I couldn't help but like a part of me like she's fucked. Like she's just not making these rolls. But like it's too funny not to let her keep hanging herself. Literally.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't have access to the riding horses, by the way. So if you can.
Yeah, but raw, I am supposed to control them as well.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm just saying like I can't roll initiative for them. That's what I was gonna say.
I just did.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh boy, that's so funny.
So, Shamao, you're first.
All right. I am stuck in this trap. I have lost so much of my health. How can I get out of it? How can I get out? I don't really have any teleportation things.
I thought you had that cape of escape or something, or does that not help?
It's on attack rolls only, and I think Monotep has it now.
Yeah.
You're joining the water cloak, I think, or what wearing it.
The water cloak for a charger has that. Yeah. I think. It's like a big claw thing that's holding me, right?
Yeah.
So if I was to suddenly halve in size, I could potentially slip through it.
Yeah.
Cool. In which case, I am going to do subtle spell, so I don't need the verbal or somatic component. Enlarge reduce to reduce myself in size and become tiny. Yes.
Successfully escaped
land.
the claw.
Yeah.
The
I will land,
claw.
and I will just roll out of the way. Yeah. True. I'll send out a command to all who can hear. Be like, careful, everyone! This guy's really tricky. And use the dodge for command from the belt.
All right.
For everyone.
Then it is Arimon's turn.
Is this a window right here?
Yeah, but it is a closed window.
Yeah. Well, as long as I can see, but it would also depend on how dark it is in there.
It's like I meant like a closed window in like you
Oh,
can't
gotcha,
see
gotcha.
inside. Like you'd have to use an action to make either a thief tools check or an athletics check to open the window.
Okay, or I can just step up to the door.
Yeah, that's here.
How dark is it inside? So 5,
It is
10.
it's well seen.
Oh, okay, so no
Yeah, there's no dark spots.
teleporting.
No.
Yep. You knew what I was looking for. He's a rogue, so he's probably going to be good at this, but we can at least take a chance. Let's cunning as the gods.
All right. $14.
Does not beat my minimum, so just share it just in case so everybody can read it again. Like I said earlier, I'm in the mood to roll, so I will still roll. Just see how good I do. I rolled less than a 10.
You got him.
And so seeing that, I will yell to the back to everybody. He's got his chair pushed in really tight. He's going to be slow to move. And I'm going to give a sling of the chakram. At advantage because of clever as the gods.
$30 will hit.
All right. All my goodies on there.
Doing 44 damage on him.
Yep. Ting, 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 ting. Flies back to me. And the claw thing, is it just hanging loosely there now? In my mind,
it's still hanging above there. It's not loose.
No, I mean like it's not an animated thing.
It is hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, then I'm not going to go rushing in, and I will bump back here so I can get behind. Grimlock, give him an opening. Just yell at the others. You got an opening.
Grimlock, your turn.
Okay, Grimlock's like the easiest way for him to get into the building quickly is actually just he's gonna turn into an earth elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Whoosh. And then I will go underground and come back up inside the place here if I can.
Alright.
Sorry, I just want to change the hit points. I will also give Shamao like 40 hit points from my thing.
Oh.
From the elemental to her.
40. I only need 30.
Okay, then.
Wow.
And then I'm
36.
going.
But yeah.
You're gonna slam and
Maybe
come
not
up
slam.
with the gem.
You just slam her. I was kind of thinking like grabbing him just so he can't run away.
Alright. Grapple.
Yeah. So I will attempt to grapple
Okay,
him.
you have advantage, so
What's right?
if you attack, you have advantage.
Oh yeah. No, then I'll attack then just normally. That makes more sense in the situation with advantage online. Me. Okay, what? There's no.
It's not showing up, no.
No, it's doing weird text. No attribute was found on the thing. What?
Actually, I'm gonna click here too just to see what happens. Works when I click it on the roll 20 at least.
Yeah, no, it should be. I'm using it from Roll20 technically. Let me just
Alright.
reopen it maybe. Maybe it'll work now. I don't get it. It just keeps saying no attribute found for Earth Elemental something, but I'm clicking on it on Roll20. See the multi attack? You didn't want to use the attack. I don't understand.
Let me check something. I think I maybe know what the problem. Can you try it now?
Yeah, sure. D Earth Elemental smack. There we go.
Ah, good, and a 25 hits for 20 damage.
And then I will hit him again.
Critical
crit one.
hits for 23 damage.
the crew was the crit was funny. But yeah, I hit him again. That's my turn. Just coming and going. I'm about to rock your world.
Right, Charger's turn.
All right. Raw Charger. What is Raw Charger gonna do? It would help if I was looking at his sheet instead of Shmao's. Did you? Hmm. Alright, he's gonna run into here. Well, he's not gonna run. I'm not doing the dash action. Now that he's in here, what am I gonna do with him? He will cast. He doesn't really need to do that. He will cast Firebolt at Benja.
That'll hit, doing 13 damage on him.
Yeah. I do find this series of events quite funny. Because 1 minute I was stuck in his claw trap, then I was like, you know what, it would be crazy if a bunch of horses ran in. Then I was tiny and fell out of his trap, and then a giant rock person came out of the ground and punched him. And then a robot dog ran in and blasted him.
Yep.
We're an exotic crew at best.
Team Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Nothral's turn.
Alrighty. He will Just to... I'm trying to see if he had a certain spell prepared. I doubt it, though. Crap, he did not prepare hold person. Oh, well. We will instead... Sorry to anybody directly there, but just in case he's got some kind of magics, we're going to drop a silence right here.
Alrighty.
And also so he
Okay.
can yell for help, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Adds to the fun.
Something like this, right?
Can I move it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
can
move it more like there.
All
Sorry,
right.
Grimlock, but that way you're at least in it. And then for his bonus action, because let me check his stuff. He is a focus caster. He will use another second level spell slot to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Alright.
We'll use Kara. Welcome back, Kara. And at advantage because of
Clever of the gods.
Clever of the Gods. He'd actually be better off doing other stuff, but we'll see.
That'll hit for 5 damage.
5 force. That's all he's got.
Then it's Benja's turn. He has his scimitar. And he raises it upwards. Looks at Grimlock. And he's going to attack multiple times. All normal, but 9 attacks on Grimlock.
Fair.
That's all 9 of them. As he goes, chung 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 chung. And I'll allow you to calculate which ones hit and which ones don't.
Okay, so the first one hits, second one misses, third one misses, fourth one misses. That one misses. So I see it's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks hit out of the 9. I believe.
Alright. And then still how much damage? I think if I'm looking 10, 19, 31, 42 damage.
Is this magical damage or?
This is magical damage, yes.
Okay, so 41.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright, that is his turn. Ralok.
Again, isn't a great place for Ralak. The building's not too. How big is the ceiling actually in this place?
I'd say about 15 feet.
Oh, then he probably could fit in actually. Funnily enough, he can come inside. He can only really get inside, and then he'll turn into a dragon. But that'll be his action, so he can't really do much other than that. So just be.
Alright.
Just the visual makes me laugh. Just the idea of this, like, yeah, this guy's like just getting. Oh yeah, what is this aura thing, by the way? I didn't hear what it was.
That's the silence.
Oh, silence. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Then
This
it
guy's
is the
gonna be so
horse's turn.
confused.
Oh, the horses would have been ordered. Fuck, I forgot to order them. Or did I? I think I was. Or I told them no. I said go get him. That's what
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
before. So
That's
they
when
will
the
go
combat started. So the horses
Yeah.
will go in and
try and get him.
try to get him. Just start squeaking. Yeah.
So
Man gets attacked with the hooves.
yeah.
Miss. Hit. Miss. 1 hit for 8 damage.
Oh, what a time to be alive for this guy.
Mm-hmm. He thought he hit the jackpot by being able to rob the entire city, and now he's getting trampled by horses. Shimao,
Horses, a
your turn.
dragon,
Yeah.
rock elemental.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I love the fact the horses went last, because with everything else that happened, he probably was starting to think the horses were a bluff, and then they actually happened.
Yeah, they just-
uh,
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's bound to be all of them, right?
Yeah. Okay. All
They
right.
should have technically attacked at advantage, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
then the crit would have also hit, so that's another 13 damage.
Sorry, I could have said it sooner.
Right. Okay. I am going to cast Scorching Ray at
Go big.
Go big, yeah. I'm gonna go at 6th level. It's big
Sorry,
enough.
I'm more thirsty today for some reason.
Yeah. So 6th level. Yeah. So it should be 7 rays.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm really missing my trident right now.
Yes. I look like a small child because I'm tiny, but here we go. Oh, sorry.
All at advantage.
Yeah. Hey, 20. Well, 21. 26. 18. 26. One more. 14. Ignore the first one.
Alright. Time to count. First one, 7. 18. 27. 32, 43. 51, 56. Yeah, 56 damage in total.
Haha. Yes.
Arr, arr. The question is, will we get another turn?
Ooh. I was about to use one of my commands from my belt, but I realized with the silence, all the people in the silence won't be affected.
Yep.
Because they gotta hear the command. So I won't do that.
I mean, if you want to yell it out, no, if you can't drop it, it's not concentration. Or yes,
yeah.
yeah, it is. If you want to yell out and it's allowed, he can drop concentration if you so choose.
Nah, I think it's funnier him being stuck in silence whilst being surrounded by horses and a giant rock person with a dragon looming over him and a spiritual bird attacking his. God, our fights are so ridiculous.
Congratulations. He has received a gangbang.
With only one human.
Yeah.
Majority of the targets are furry.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be my my turn.
Alright, then it is Arman's turn.
I'm looking really quick to see if Booming Blade, I think it has verbal. Do either of you know right offhand if Booming Blade has verbal component? It does not. It's a magic material. Just the question is if I can get to him. I think that's a lot of difficult terrain.
Hmm.
So I would have to dash. So instead, I will just do what I do best and get in the doorway and give
I
a
mean,
sling.
if you can get to one of the horses and have half your movement left, you could just mount one of the horses.
I don't know if I could. I'd have to have 20 feet left. No, I'd be short 15 feet unless I could get there and then jump on it. That'd be funny, but I don't want to abuse the mounted rules. As awesome as that would be to jump up onto it like that, I think I'd be squeezed technically because of Grimlock being big there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I will just get up in there and stop taking up everybody else's time, and I will give a throw.
$28 will hit.
Oh, make sure I got all my goodies on here.
46 damage. Arrgh. Is that the end of your turn?
I will. What? It'll take a turn to do that. Never mind. I am going to jump out here and at least try to, from him, take the bonus action to hide. There may be other people around, but I'm at least trying to hide from him.
Yeah, it's impossible to hide from Zanaf from where you're standing right now, as an example, but
Yeah.
That is a success.
Awesome. Thank you much. End of my turn.
Alright. Magiciator, Grimlock, the Desert Flame, and Bridge Builder and Feeder of the Hungry. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna, pop under a grind and come over this side so I'm not squeezed with anything.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm pretty sure this is a spiritual weapon, so that doesn't count for squeezing purposes, does it?
Correct. It does not.
Okay. And I still have advantage with this one or no? I'm sorry, I can't.
Not anymore, no.
No, okay. So I will still slam his ass though, because he's about to get rocked. Yeah.
Boosh. You hit him really hard with your rock.
Yes. Like that's not my tail. Sorry, let's keep going.
You big
And
boom! How do you want to do this?
It's just like I'm saying something, but because of the silence, nothing said, and it's just like bam, and it's like it's like a silent movie with a Gallagher hammer situation. So there's no sound of him smashing and all the blood, but there's just you see him just go smush splat.
Silence right as it ends.
I bet that guy did not see that coming as his end.
Did you say you got rid of the silence, right?
Yeah, we'll drop the silence, and then Ahriman will just lean in and go, I would like to point out the horses are still alive. We have more horses survive a combat than Amonhotep.
That's not wrong. But I've got to say, I don't think he would have suspected. Oops, sorry.
Bad mouthing Amon. He is spending after having to give up his javelin, he is spending the entire day bad mouthing Amon.
I gotta say, I don't think I would have expected this to be my death either. Like, if you told me I was going to be sitting in my office and a cat person walked in and started lying to me about gang affiliation, then after that yelled, and then then a rat attacked me, a robo dog, a giant lump of stone, a man threw a javelin at me, and 3 horses started kicking me to death. I wouldn't have believed it either.
No.
Yeah, let's. Z, you keep on a lookout. Let's see what a leader of a thieves guild has around here.
Yeah.
Pardon me, Larry Moe and Curly.
Horses disperse from this area. Go outside to watch.
Yes.
And Z will he'll use a spell slot and he will cast Speak with Animals and we'll be spending 10 minutes talking to horses.
They are very militaristic. The general has ordered us to keep guards. Attention, hut! In position! Right!
Would you like a sugar cube?
Not during duty. After the shift is over, yes, please.
So disciplined. Yeah. Armand, his first instinct though is to run over and see if we can disarm this trap just in case it can be reactivated or whatnot. He would like to figure it out. Maybe not necessarily disarm it, but figure out ways to use it if we take over the spot.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Excellent. That is not Arimon, that is silence.
Huh.
Investigation, I do it normal. Nope. I was wondering if I had any way to boost. I do not. So, investigation.
So you look around a little bit, and you trigger the trap. So go ahead and make a dex save.
Gotcha.
You barely dodge it, where it's like, oh, it almost got me.
Oh, so it resets itself then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will alert the others, and Z will come to here where he can
it
touch
resetted itself because you took a too deep a look.
Gotcha. So, do I feel if I just leave it alone, then it'd be okay, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I'll just alert the others. Hey, just let's not mess with that. Messing with it resets it.
All right.
There.
Just don't want the others getting hurt.
Yes. So, how do we install Araman as the guy in charge? I'm still tiny. Or small.
Well, and lean down, pick up the sword. This at least. Well, you killed him, and he'll turn it around and hand it towards Rocklock.
Wait, what? I'm going to be the gang leader?
Well, you killed him. At least have the rights to the sword. I'll take over a guild, but this is. You said it was a pretty sword, didn't you? Or it was a scimitar?
Yeah, it's a scimitar.
No.
A moon-touched scimitar.
Son of a bitch was cheaping me. Well, I don't mind taking it. It's a cool souvenir.
Yeah. I've heard about these. I guess they glow. I don't know. I think all of us, except for Z, see in the dark. No, Z can. He's a goblin. Yeah. Yeah, it's your sword to take.
Ooh. I'll just take it. Just if you're gonna hand it to me, he'll just take it for souvenirs.
So we can tell Amon we found a magical sword that was able to attack 9 times.
Yes. Is that what the sword does? Or does that guy just have like really fast arms?
Super fast. Let's loot him. If somebody, I've been making the investigation checks. If somebody else would like to, I don't want to be doing all of it.
I don't mind if you do it.
Yeah. I feel like I have done a lot in talking to people and being an idiot.
All right, then I will spend whatever time looting the body, looking around the room, avoiding traps.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make another investigation check. One thing that on the body, the only thing you find is and you say a key. And with the investigation check, you figure out that behind this closet is a treasure chest.
Alrighty. Yeah. Well, grab the key and go, there's a chest over here. Man, I feel like I'm just not doing the best search for traps today. I gotta figure this out. And then Xanathra will come in and he will enhance ability on my intelligence for my investigations.
All right.
Okay, Paul, just focus.
I will stand
And he will
over
also
here.
give a guidance.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
And I rolled it.
24. You figure out that to open this chest, you have to rotate 3 times against the clock, and then 1 time with the clock, and then it opens without activating its traps.
Gotcha. Then I will warn everybody of that, and try it. What was the key for then? It was to open up the wall to get to the chest.
No, the wall you could do without any problems. The key is to open the chest.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah,
And if you
I
don't,
will
and if
attempt.
you open it directly, the trap will trigger. But if you do it the
Gotcha.
special way, then the trap will not trigger.
I will attempt it the special way, but in the meantime, though, Z is backing up next to his buddy Rod Charger.
Yes. We are backing up because we believe in you, friend.
I would, not with the day I've had.
I believe in you, and Grimlock gets closer.
I stand
And
behind Grimlock.
do you do it successfully, or
Yeah, I'm going to do the pattern you said.
all right? Then the chest opens without any problems. It has a
I'm glad
whole
you
lot
didn't
of gold in there.
I'm glad you didn't want me to actually repeat what you said because I have a puppy trying to chew on my foot and I was distracted.
By adventurer's power, it is 9,000 pieces of gold in that chest.
Ooh. Nice.
We can
Wait.
decide what to do this when we get back to camp, if that's okay with everybody.
Could just give everyone 3,000 gold and be done.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Yeah.
So add that to the...
What you also find in the chest is a book with how the organization is run, completely in Thieves' Cant.
I
Different
think
cells, locations, leaders of the cells.
Armand's eyes just go huge. This might be the most valuable thing we've found.
Oh.
This is a full structure of their organization. Not only could one of us run it and probably run it for the good of the city, we know how all their sub-cells would be operating, like that Gazelle or whomever. We will have to get a... is it in his handwriting?
You don't know.
Okay. I will look around on the desk then and see if there was anything like he was writing, because he looked like he was looking at paperwork or something, and see if... Yeah, I just need something so I can forge later.
It does look like his handwriting.
Okay, and I think while we're doing this, there will at least be a suggestion of, I think he can still be alive. A few of us have the ability to look like him on occasion, but perhaps he took a second that he is training to take over when he retires.
Yes.
And it's always to have a magister as an ally.
Yes.
Or is it High Magister now? I don't keep track of all your titles.
Accumulating them at a rapid pace.
I think Grimlock's buffering.
What's buffering?
We were just
Talking
saying.
your titles, I was given the idea of doing a forging some documents that I was being trained by the person, and one of us could occasionally look like them through disguise self. And I said, well, it also is good to have a magister as an ally, or high magister. What are you now? And then Chaimao said,
I said, you are gaining titles at a rapid pace.
I know, it's amazing.
Yes.
At this rate, nobody can deny my fame. I like it.
Throw.
that
I might,
rhymes.
I might be getting a bit too famous for my own good. I feel like I'm going to attract the wrong
Yeah.
type of attention eventually.
Well, it won't be long before you have imposters, people pretending to be you.
Well, at least most of the time, it's hard for people to be lizard folk.
That's
We're a
true.
rare breed.
Big
at
lad
least.
of text.
Majesty Grimlock, the Desert Flame, the Bridge Builder, the Feeder of the Hungry.
Oh God.
And your second cousin twice removed.
Yes.
Ugh.
Tribal
you know,
leader of the Aruxi.
Well, that'll come later.
Later.
with the chest, is that it was just full of gold coins. I'll tap and see if like there's a false bottom or anything. The usual thief
Mm-hmm.
checks.
No, it was just a gold coins and the book with the organizational power.
Hey. Now, to steadily start implementing our own people in positions of power. That we can control this gang for good.
Oh, we're talking about the gang still? Oh, okay. Relax is like was thinking about something entirely different when you said that originally.
I will point over to like the closet area and go, I guess that's the only rest worth taking, but we do have to figure out what to do with him.
Oh, his body?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
Hey,
have one.
you hungry?
Well, I was going to say I had an idea.
I can help with that. Pulls out a saw.
Oh.
Oh, also, actually, what we can do, Rawlock, and then Rawlock will change into a big dragon again, and I pick up what's left of the body, and I just go like, "Open your mouth," and we just dump this in, and I just start dumping this corpse inside him. Rawlock's way, he just swallows it entirely.
Having Gorak back.
It kind of is. It's a cleanup crew on demand.
Yes.
Let's look through the rest of this treasure.
Oh,
No.
boy.
If we tell anyone of what happened here, they wouldn't believe us.
Probably not. But yeah, that's
Right,
everything.
you want to do your thing?
Yeah. Okay. What do we need to do to take control of this gang?
I honestly don't know.
Come up with something. I've got a few ideas working around. Let's just get what we can get out of here and get out. We can lock the door as we leave, and
Yes. Yes.
I'll take
Right.
some paper and whatnot so I can work on forging something to slip back in. How long of a trip from the camp was it to this base of operations?
I'd say total probably like 4 hours.
Gotcha. Okay, so a little difficult. But we're going to do that. I'm going to then, while I let them look through the stuff out of the closet, I will quickly work on forging a just simple letter of, because she will find that her map went missing. It'll be the start of a letter that says, "You fool, you sent them right towards me. Looks like I have to clean up your mess." And it won't be sent, but it will be on the desk.
Ooh. Go ahead
Pinned
and
in
make
place with a dagger.
a forgery kit check. I'd say it would be dex based. if you can
All right,
properly
I was
copper
about
the properly copy it.
Gotcha. So, Dex based. I am D proficient, so. Oh, not at advantage. Normal. Stupid thingy. So 19, but I rolled a 1, so but it became a 10.
Yeah, that is a successful letter.
The issue is that the Thieves Guild Master was left-handed and I'm not, so
Yeah.
it's just slightly leans different.
But only like an expert at forgery would be able to figure this out. Normal people would
Yeah.
not notice.
Or those people that like do like handwriting analysis and stuff. So I will leave the letter there as if it was being pinned and just hadn't been sent yet, if the party is okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we will scatter a little bit of blood around here, but take his body and his gear like he went to deal with the situation himself.
Yes. Aha.
Alright. What would you like to do
And
next?
I write down a name.
Is there anywhere left to look around in here?
You've did a full-on lookout. Well, you could check inside the loo, but don't know. I don't think you want to.
No, not really.
What was in the closet?
Nothing of importance.
Okay, the one that was like hidden that we had found.
Only gold. You already found
Oh,
the
okay.
chest.
The
Yeah.
chest was in
Yeah.
the. Okay, that's where my brain wasn't working. I thought they were two separate entities.
No.
Yes. Haha.
And time to
Alright.
return to base camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure this is a book for full of information about how the gang works? It looks like an erotic and fictiony thing to me.
That's only these pages, and I will, as we stroll or whatever, unless we decide to be super stealthy, I will start showing Shy Mao little tidbits of Thieves' Cant. I know that we can't really teach her, but I will at least start coaching her through basics of the symbols, and as we go, point out like on a fence post. See, it says there the people that lived here before they were run out by the Trask would provide food for the homeless, and it's just like an X at the corner of the fence post and little stuff like that.
Ah. Yes. I'm intrigued to figure out how it works. But yes.
I can try to teach you if we get any time. I don't know how difficult it would be for somebody not raised in that type of organization, but I will definitely try.
It might be difficult. But I will try. I will endeavor to learn. I will know all the languages.
You will speak everything like your siblings.
Yes. Yes.
Now, walk back to base camp goes without any problems. So you're back here. It's like people introduce you all by your titles when you come in. Magister Grimlock, the Desert Flame, the Builder of Bridges, the Bridge Builder, and the Feeder of the Hungry. First Avatar Shimao.
No.
Ahriman.
Oh my god, my name's getting longer. I didn't even realize you added until now. I like it though.
If I don't add it there,
That's
I'll
why-
forget about it.
I know.
That's
I just like the idea eventually by the end of the game, my name will span the entire map.
Yeah. How do we find Grimlock when we're lost on the map? Just follow the name!
Follow the titles. They will lead you to the one.
And then at the end of the game, everyone becomes a god. Grimlock becomes the god of being famous.
God of titles.
God of titles.
Well done, everyone.
Yes. Right. Yeah, we should probably report in. Let them know that we're planning to take over the gang, maybe? Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Maybe just inform them that the gang is dealt with.
The gang has been dealt with and are willing to cooperate. We will keep them in touch.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Returning to Hidam.
Hello.
Hey there. Did everything go correctly?
It definitely went correctly. Yes.
Good, good. Thank you so much. Now that all those gang members are dead, the city will be a lot safer.
Well, the one gang member is dead.
I'm sorry?
Well, we killed the leader.
Oh! You're going to allow for infighting. Very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the name? Pardon me, I am Ariman, no one of important. What was the name of that gang? I don't think I'd ever heard any mention of them.
Their name was the, I have to look it up. Give me a sec. The Survivors. Newly formed after everything that happened with Ambarrack.
Thank you.
I love the fact that it's becoming our default whenever we're dealing with gangs to eliminate the leader and replace them, and then steadily, slowly turn the gang to good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Let me-
how Xerxes got Kamal. He tried to rob the rest.
Yeah.
To be fair, like a part of it, like even if we're like not, even if we're not taking over the gang, they're going to be disjointed for a long time as well because of the like cutting off the head. Like there's not going to be no orders coming out, and they probably will infight for a while until you guys assert control fully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the job for now is done.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
It's now basically early evening. Think 7 p.m. in
Okay.
terms of time.
I
What do you
think
guys-
unless you guys grab him, Ariman is going to just slip off to his side for a little bit and just have some time to think about. He grabs like his Rudis in hand and is just going to slip over and just have a little minor breakdown.
yeah.
I'll go talk to Shamao for a little bit. Go over and just go like, so, what do you think now? There's like one more thing really on the task board at this point that we can do at the moment.
Yeah. The
Think we
evening
could-
is approaching. Do we want to do it today or?
That's my question, kind of like. We could push it, and I think like we could get it done, but there's also like the question of maybe waiting a little, well, waiting a day maybe, and then doing it in the morning. I don't know. How
Yeah.
spent do you feel about your spells and stuff?
I'm doing reasonably well. I could probably push, but
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't know.
So,
I mean, we've achieved a lot today.
I know it's just like when you're on a roll, you know, like well, I could wait one more day and then finish off the last one we know of, and then by that point we'll be hopefully, you know, Amon will be done talking to his sister, and then we can get on to that, because then that means we could start right into that when he's done with that, I guess, if you know what I mean. I'm saying this in a very awkward fashion, but I mean when he's back next time, we can do the finish.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I don't know if we want to be getting caught out in the streets at night, you know?
Yeah, maybe not. I don't actually know. Are Earth elementals nocturnal? Like
They don't really have a time zone.
that's fair. I was more just curious. 'Cause it's like for some reason like occurred to me. It was like that's a question. I'm kind of curious to see what the
I
answer
think
would
they're
be.
immune to exhaustion, but I'm not sure.
I think they are. I think all
Yeah.
elementals are technically immune to exhaustion. At
Yeah, then
least
they
all
don't
the
really. Then they're just awake 24/7, basically.
um crazy.
I don't think. I think a few of us don't have the great night vision. You know.
Actually, no,
I mean,
well, I'll be honest. I think actually all of us do. Like, not lying. Like, I think I have dog vision. Ralok has dog vision. You have dog vision. Zanathriel has dog vision. Raw Charger, I don't know about. And then the only person is maybe Araman, but even then, he might have a wait and see in the dark still.
Weirdly,
You all would
Charger
know
doesn't.
because we've discussed it before. His mantle gives him 60 foot of dark vision
Oh yeah, he's got
without
dark.
Oh.
vision.
So it's just Raw Charger who doesn't have great night
Dark
vision. Hmm.
So like, we're not necessarily in any bad way. Technically, Ralok there has tremor sense
Yes.
as well as dark vision. He has both because dragon bullshit.
Yes.
Just to be fair, how long of a day have we had? Has it been 8 hours since we got up and got going?
Yeah.
Then I am sorry, everybody. Aid is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think let's not push things too much. You know.
Okay, we'll take a rest then, and then we'll in the morning we'll go to the last guy. That
We've
works.
achieved a lot. We've got plenty set. If there's any sort of emergency thing that comes up,
They can come get us.
yes.
Fair. Okay, let's take a rest then. I think if it might be best for our man as well, since he's currently grieving.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I did want to do one thing before I go to bed. Is there any of the court mages around or anything like that?
Yeah, there are plenty around.
Can I go to find one that's in charge ish?
None of them are really in charge because they have to follow your orders or whoever is in Canero orders.
Ranked
Sorry.
highest, I guess, out of the ones that are there. Anyway, it doesn't really matter specifics.
Yeah.
It's more just like one, like I can tell it like has stuff. So I'd like ask him to come over and talk to, and they go up to him and go like, um, "Sorry to bother you, but you wouldn't happen to have like a scrying orb of any kind on you?"
Let me check his spells. Depending on that, you get your answer. I'm sorry, I have not learned that spell, so I do not have the ability.
Ah, that's fine. I was just looking to use it, but that's all right. Yeah, if you know of anybody who does, yeah, just give me a shout. I'd like to use it just for a day.
I could ask. I can, but then I'd have to bring it to you tomorrow because I only have one more spell slot left for teleportation circle.
But that works. I don't need to do it right
But I can
now.
ask it in Canero for you.
That would be much appreciated. I would only need it tomorrow anyway. I don't have the current spell prepared
Sure
as
thing.
such.
Then I will take some refugees, teleport them to Canero. Then back in Canero, I will ask if there's one available for you, and if there is, I will bring it to you back early in the morning.
Okay, thank you very much. Much appreciated. You're a good man.
No problem, sir.
Yep.
Or I'm Magister. No problem, Magister.
No problem. Go. You're dismissed.
He walks away.
Okay,
He
that's
goes
good.
to the teleportation round and teleports away to do this mission.
Good. And then another thing I'll do, just because like we're at the end of the day, so I'm just gonna do all these all at once now. Well, at the end of this, well, I want to do because obviously I don't want to use this thing, so I'm going to also do a divination. Because I nearly forgot about it, but I just remembered it there now. And so I want to make an offering to my god. You know, the 20 5 gold worth of religious appropriate artifacts, which is probably just meat or something in this case for my god. And I will ask, will we be able to find any of the royal family still alive in the capital of
Read
Ambarrack?
divination real quick.
Yeah. So it's like you can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or occurrence within like 7 days. So I kind of thought it was like a specific goal. Like, could we find? Like, I guess, will we find would be the better way to phrase that as a goal.
Here. No.
No, fuck. Oh, that's good. That's a definitive answer for that. I'm glad I got it right before though. Okay. I did want to do one more thing, but I think it doesn't really matter now. So I'm good to go to sleep.
As you go to bed.
Yep.
I'm looking for a map. Ah, there it is.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Maybe not SpaghettiOs. Maybe it's SpaghettiOs. I can't tell. This one's a hard one to tell at this point.
You guys wake up, long rested, in the desert again. When you, 2 days ago, saw the battle between the gods. And Shanafir is meditating and looking at you. Hey there.
Hello.
I'm sorry for bringing you here in your dreams against your will, but I do not have the ability to ask. Only to bring you here now. I've been re-experiencing my youth, my life, from all of before this. I don't know everything yet, but it's coming back little by little, step by step. I wanted to say sorry for what happened last time, and also to thank you all for what happened last time.
No problem.
I am learning more of my abilities, and for all the times that you guys have helped me, I wanted to reward you with something.
No.
Oh.
It's a spell I know. It's called I could teach you this if you have available to yourself a level 6 spell slot.
Oh, am I the only one? I think technically.
I just need what to level up once.
Well, she could teach it you, and then then later on you have to spell.
Oh, that's good. I was wondering if it was like a what there. I think that's all right. What is the spell then?
It's called Moonscrying.
Oh. I can assume what part of it means, but why? What specifically about it makes it special for moon stuff?
And well, it's not necessarily the moon stuff. It is just a very good spell to keep track on people during the dark.
Oh, so it only works at night.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And it's like similar to scrying. Would you be able to see the person?
Far more advanced. So Moonscrying is a concentration spell, level 6. And if you cast it during the night, you can basically spy on any location you want to that is outside, basically in the moon's view.
Oh.
So you can't if a secret conversation is inside a building, you can't go into the building and look. There you need a regular scrying for. But if two people are just standing in a field having a important conversation that you want to eavesdrop on, and and you have moon scrying on, you could basically stand next to them, overhear the entire conversation, and they have no idea.
Oh.
Because there's no
Ooh.
saving throw involved. The only limitation is like they have to be realistically in a location where they're in view of the moon.
Yeah. So like, if you were to say like, "Oh, I want to see somebody," but they're inside a building, you wouldn't. Would you see the building, or would you see nothing?
You would see the building basically.
Okay, that's still useful in the way to find somebody, though.
Mhm.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if they're in a cave, you would just stand outside of the cave.
Hmm.
But this spell only works during the night, and it's a concentration, and it lasts until well, either you drop concentration or the night is over.
Ooh.
Ah. I would be honored to learn this spell. Though I don't think I can cast it just yet.
With time, with time.
Yeah.
I forgot to make a card for it. Yeah, my bad. I'll put that on. I'll put that real quick on the to-do list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. We probably won't be using it right now anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
That would be very useful. Sorry, is there any when it comes to the limitations of like, so say you know, like, do you need to know of the person in a
Well,
certain sense?
you would need to know where you need to look. Like you can't cast it on something. Or you can't use it if you have no idea where you're looking for.
Yeah, no, like, because I mean, like, in a sense, like, say, for example, like the current crown prince would be able to go like, I want to see the current crown prince. Would it not show us where he is, or would it show us where he is?
The current one. What it would do is it would show you if he's outside. It would show you where he is. If he's inside, it would show you the building where he is. But if
Is
there's
that
like a group of buildings, then you still
it's
don't know
harder?
which one it is, but
It
it's
narrows
one of those
down.
buildings.
Yeah. That's I just think like that's good ways to like use it just to find like because that's one of the person I'm
Yeah.
most curious to find.
Yeah.
Is it
Like,
a divination school spell?
Yeah.
All right, just wondering because of spells like non-detection that specifically protect against divination. Like you would see the area but not the person.
Yeah, basically.
Now we just need to spread information around our foes that only the light of the moon can defend them from our scrying. That way
It's
they'll have
oddly
all their secrets.
it seems oddly specific.
You were- Pardon me, ma'am. I know that Mr. Grimlock here was needing something special for his other scrying. Because I don't really understand magic, but I understand valuable items. Would he need something to be able to cast this spell, or
No, the only condition is that you do it when it is dark.
dark at the target location?
On your location and the target's
Oh.
location.
Ah, so both of us need to be able to see the moon.
Yes. How it works is that you connect yourself with the moon, and then you view from the moon, and you project inwards, and basically invisibly project yourself onto the place through the moon. Like this, basically.
Yeah.
This could be quite useful. Plenty of times we'd want to see our enemies/allies.
Yeah.
Like this, basically. This is how it works. So Grimlock casts it, projects himself to the moon, wants to see Shamao, projects himself down to Shamao.
like a ricochet shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Aruman bounces his chakram off of one foe to hit another.
I'll never understand magic.
I also did some research since I started learning more of my powers. That brave guy, one of the old gods. I believe you called him Luza.
Yeah.
Yes.
I found what happened to him and Rakabu, my son.
Oh.
Oh.
They're both still alive.
Oh.
Where or how? Or, there's a lot of questions I have for that one.
Yeah.
Did Rockaboo not just tear him apart when he had the chance?
No, but Luza grabbed Rakabu and transported him to his personal realm, a million failures, where one must, to escape, confront every mistake they have ever done in their life.
Oh.
That sounds like a hell of some kind.
Damn.
Especially for somebody who's lived for so long,
Mm-hmm.
that could be a lot of time.
Yes, and the older you are, the longer you are stuck in there. And he is keeping, I think, Ralusa alive because he's trying to force Ralusa to release him early out of it.
Ah.
Mm. But
He,
Raluza won't give in.
mhm, he
Mm.
is hurting. I am
Yeah.
going to focus my time on trying to free Ralusa.
There.
Could I, if I need help? I don't know how long this will take or if it is even possible. Could I call on you to help free him?
We kind of owe him, so I
Oh.
would say yes, personally.
Yes. Yes.
Like without his intervention, things would have went a lot more south than they would have.
He is
Mhm.
a
That's why they're
friend.
yeah.
Yes.
He's half the reason any of us are still standing here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a loser. I'd say he's a hero.
Damn, yeah, you're not wrong.
He was like the star player who won us what we won. Yeah.
Yeah. I would be willing to help him escape.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then her face completely changes. I was like, oh no. Very worried.
What?
Something is going on in your world. Something bad and powerful.
Oh no.
Ah, it's
What?
always something.
Should I come with to look?
I don't know. I if there's something bad and powerful going on,
It might be
maybe
helpful.
yeah.
Okay, I will bring you back.
Oh
So
boy.
you wake up in the morning. And I have to find the correct map. There you go. You wake back up in your camp with Shanafir here.
Just casually. just casually.
It is morning, and you feel the ground shaking, and then you hear people shouting, "No, no, 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 no!"
Uh,
As you see from above, or from the hill that the lumberjack is on. The Tarask is moving. It's standing up.
No.
Fully healed.
No.
And it looks at it starts turning around and looking around. And it looks at one of the camps. And it breathes in. And a very large energy beam comes out of its mouth and starts blasting one of the refugee camps.
No.
Killing over 700 people in that camp.
This thing has just a kill ratio that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it keeps like
And-
every time it's rolled for its death count, fucking massive.
And that is where we'll end today's session.
Oh shit.
Jeez.